good.
Been dragging the bottom for oh so long, but I can feel that power running strong. It's in the air, I can feel it now. The dragon's walls are crumbling down. It's time to fly as I say goodbye to the problems that's been dragging me down, so that we gonna rock it.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. It's good to have everybody here. We've got a busy night tonight. Should be a good one. Olivia's on tonight. Amy is going to be off. Our interview, we have phone lines open, but for some reason, we are struggling. We are struggling with our interview software. So that's just for tonight. Hopefully they're working on it, and hope everybody is doing extremely well. We are officially almost 16 days out until the big show coming up. Olivia, are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. I officially have the day off of work, and we're good to go.
Yeah, a lot of preparation for that. We got a whole bunch to coordinate, but marketing should be dropping tomorrow. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a child stalked in Virginia, and we'll talk about that. Canada is in deep trouble. Some other stuff. Just read the notes. It's all coming. Please share. Get this out, folks. We need a huge night. Thanks.
Hi, Matthew. It's Judge Janine, and I wanted to congratulate you on the Don't Unfriend Me show at the Dumb Show. I was thinking about that whole thing the other day when I thought it was right after Donald Trump was elected that everybody on the left started unfriending anyone on the right. So I'm glad you're calling them out. We've got a great name for the show, and I hope that you're true to the values, conservative values, Republican values, and that you call those people out. I think it's great. And I know you've got 135,000 followers. I hope you get a lot
239
more.
now.
And almost 240.
Just keep the faith. Yeah. Keep fighting. I think we may get America back. But in the meantime, we've got a steep hill to climb. And you're one of the fighters, one of the patriots. So thank you for what you're doing.
The Dumb Show, May 16th, 2025, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. One goal, one night, one chance. Chris Baranto, Laura Logan, Roseanne Barr, Jason Shepard, T.S. Dixon, Damani Felder, Barry Morgenstein, Ryan Samuels, Lisa Regina. One night only. The race to 20K is on. Be part of it.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
Melanie Marino, our last donation last night of $6.68. Melanie, thank you for doing that. I also want to make sure Mr. Jeff Honeycutt threw $100 the other night, which got us really close to goal, but it doesn't matter. It was still pretty awesome. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. I hope everyone is doing well. Olivia and I are running solo tonight. Our interview software is on the mend, so we're hoping to get that fixed. Quick update on the show. I spoke to Jason today. We have 100% confirmation that Laura Logan is open for any time, and Roseanne has to be after 7, which will actually work out perfect because we have Tonto. Then we'll probably bring in Roseanne between 8 and 9 o'clock for a half hour, and then Laura Logan a little bit later. So it'll all be staggered, and then we'll fill that with Damani Felder, T.S. Dixon, Lisa Regina, Ryan Samuels, Jason Shepard. It's going to be a busy show, so it's going to be fun. We cannot wait to have you all there. We will have all advertisement being able to be dropped tomorrow, and I will officially schedule the show so you can share it. I'll also build a web page, which people can get information on where to watch it and stuff like that. And then if they want to sign up for a notification, they can do that, and then I will email them all when the show starts. So we're anticipating a fairly large night. We've been waiting for something like this, and we hope you have too. We've started off our show goal again at $300. We have reset it, and you might see that there's no more scroller up on top. What was happening is they were looking at the last 25 donations and be like, oh, the show is doing fine. We're not going to go ahead and give anything else. And it was really hurting our donations. And since we've done that, we've hit it, which is just have the last person who donated have their name at the bottom bar. Olivia is going to show you with her finger where it's at. That's it. Very well done.
Right there. That's so hard.
Yeah, it is. You get used to it, and doing it for 4 years, I can now, do it pretty much.
You're like a weather person.
No, it's still bad. Like when I want to do the M1, my first reaction is to do that, but then go like that. And so I just do the opposite of what I'm supposed to do. It's kind of like when we're in bed together, just wing it, and somehow it works out.
I got to brainstorm how we're going to get the donations, keep them in without interrupting our guests.
Well, I've already done it. What you're going to do is you're going to hold them, and then we're going to have like a donation update. I'm like, hey, Olivia, we have a pause. Let's give us a little update. And there's going to be enough breaks because most of the guests are going to be here for a half hour. Tonto is going to be here for an hour. And I would love to have Roseanne here for an hour and Laura Logan, but they'll come back, and let's get them here for a half hour. But Tonto was like my number one focus. I want you guys to hear the story. I want you to see what he's doing. He deserves his success. And if we can help bring him a little bit of a new audience and help his foundation, then we'll do that. But anyway, welcome to the show. We've got a lot to cover, and we probably should just get right into it. Remember, if you have not had a chance to donate, you can at thedumbshow.com/donate. It's not required. We are a 100% free show. However, after Facebook took away our monetization, we really only have one choice, which is to survive on donations. And honestly, we like that. We like to be able to write our own stuff and not, kowtow to anybody and just do what we want and say what we want. And it's nice to have that freedom. So we want to keep it up. But in order to do that, donations are a part of it. So if you have the ability, once you put your oxygen on, take care of yourself, please consider. You watch for a couple hours a week, or if you watch for, 30 hours a month, 40 hours a month, is it worth it to say, hey, you know what? I want to help out the Dumb Show. That's the best way to do it. Liv, we got anything else?
No.
All right. So I received an email in regards to this yesterday, and it was a little concerning. Not just a little, a lot. And we get these from time, like Liv, how often do we get these LCPS messages? Would you say?
I would say once every 2 to 3 weeks, we get something like this.
Right.
Majority of the time, it's about a non-fatal fentanyl overdose until the last one a couple weeks ago, which was an actual fatal fentanyl overdose. That's the first fatality in LCPS. Thank God that none of these letters have been at any of our kids' schools. They've all been Ashburn. And
we've had a couple.
Yeah, but
nothing like this.
Nothing like this.
But we have had a couple of incidents and police responding and stuff like that have been at the school specifically. But this, I'm going to share this with you. And it says, Dear Loudoun County public school families and staff, as many as you know, the incident involving one of our students who used racial slurs towards a young Asian American child has received both local and national attention. Although this occurred outside of school hours and off school grounds, it has deeply impacted our community and raised important questions about who we are and what we stand for. Let me be clear: hate speech and racial slurs have no place in our schools. Yada 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 yada. And this is an interesting one. This is the one that this is the one, and it really frustrates me. It says, at the same time, schools are also mirrors of the communities they serve. If we are to raise young people who respect and care for one another, we must come together as educators, parents, neighbors, and leaders to set the example every day. Our students need the adults in this community to be role models of civility, empathy, and kindness. Don't you love how the schools decide to go ahead and take it upon themselves to lecture the parents, and that immediately this is a parental issue and not some stupid child watching YouTube or Google or whatever it would be. And it just always seems to go to a lecture. Now, I happen to agree with their sentiment wholeheartedly. I agree. We are a community, but I think if you are a school and you're going to present your case and notify parents, don't you think maybe you should stick to the things that the school can do better versus lecturing parents? That's my gut. But you know a lot more about this than I do. I have the article here that you sent me. You want to walk me through what happened?
There should be a video there too.
I've got the video. I was going to do the article first. How about we do that, and you can kind of tell me what happened, and then I have the video taken care of, and I'll show it to you.
So I'm not sure when exactly this happened, a week or two ago, but it was a town, not our town. I think it was Ashburn or Brambleton, one of the two. And a little 5-year-old Chinese boy who is in preschool.
Asian.
Hey,
we didn't say Chinese, Asian. You were so racist.
No, it's in the parents. They moved here from China. So he's Chinese.
They could be Jewish, Liv. You never know.
Excuse me.
They could be Jew-Asians. You don't know.
That's right. So anyway, he's a preschooler. He's not even in kindergarten yet. So
5.
he doesn't even attend LCPS. He was outside playing by his front door, just out on his front patio. And a middle school child, it does not say what grade, but middle school for LCPS is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So it's going to be an 11, 12, or 13-year-old. They took their phone and recorded the whole thing and went up to this little boy and started throwing racial slurs at him, calling him names and yelling at him. And you can hear the snickers from the friends in the back. And it just breaks my heart to watch it because the whole time this little boy is going, stop, leave me alone, don't hurt me, no, go away. And then he runs to the back side of his patio and they keep coming at his patio. He thinks they're going to hurt him and he's like freaking out. And this went on for 2 minutes before the mom opened the door and the kids ran away. I guess what happened was they posted it on social media. This kid did. And a parent saw it, and I think they're a neighbor. And she took the video to the mom and showed the mom of the little boy. And this got back to, I think, his parents. I really hope it did. If that was my child, I would beat that kid senseless.
That child is going to get a beating no matter what. It's either going to come from me or it's going to come from their parents. And you know, if anyone did this to my child, and you guys are like, "Oh, that's harsh, Matt." No. Mm-mm. If anyone would have done this to one of my kids at 5 years old, this has the ability to permanently alter a child, and this can create post-traumatic stress of an epic level.
Of that age, they don't
Yeah.
understand.
Mm-mm.
And
No.
they don't get it. And I do like the fact that even though this little boy doesn't go to LCPS yet, they have reached out to the parents. They've offered services to help the little boy and the family if they want it. I don't know if they're doing anything to this middle schooler in any way, because it wasn't during school hours and on school grounds. So I'm not sure what's happening. Of course, being minors, nothing can be said as far as what's going on in it. I don't know if they press charges against this kid or what. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation here.
Yeah.
You know, let's just stick to the facts and know that the video speaks for itself, and it's enough. And I don't think that there's anything too severe for a middle schooler. You're talking about somebody who understands the difference between right and wrong. You're talking about somebody who, is almost 13 years old, if not 13 years old, depending upon what grade in middle school. They have cognitive recognition of learning mistakes, and bullying is not acceptable. And this is just tragic. And I apologize to anybody who might want to turn this off. Please do that and come back, because it is disturbing. And I'm playing in its entirety because it's important for people to understand that this type of crap goes on all the time. And of course, the Democrats are using this as this is Trump's America. And, you know, it's just ridiculous. Here's the video. Watch this.
Anything they can use for political leverage.
Oh, of course. There, no crisis goes unused for their political capital. Here's the video. Once again, viewer discretion. 1 second. Let me switch the audio. All right. I apologize if it's too loud.
No! Don't hurt me!
Yeah, this Chung Chung.
Don't hurt me!
He's a menace.
Don't do it!
Hey,
Save me!
see this Chung Chung thinks he's a big guy.
Save me!
This
Save me!
Chung Chung.
Save me, God!
This Chung Chung. DJ, did you just ding dong? Ding dong, ding dong! Where'd that little Chung Chung go? No, I'll just snitch on Jay. Chung Chung! He just responded to Chung Chung. Ding dong ding. Yo, are you ding donging? You ching chonging? Yeah, be a good little. Hey, ching chong. Go eat your dumplings. Stop! Listen here, fella. Are you having dumplings for dinner? So you can come home.
So
I hadn't seen that. I'd only see the one from the news.
yeah,
So-
that's the whole one. I got the whole one for you.
All of those kids should be held responsible.
Oh,
Every
that-
single one of them.
Listen, Ching Chong is going to go Kung-Fu on their ass and completely demolish them. I fought one guy from Korea, and I was 13, and he was just sitting by idly. And Steve got jumped by some Pierpont rat racist dick. And Troy Stevens, who had just broken his leg, runs up, and Troy watches the show and with his crutches and literally drops the crutches and runs, and his leg is flying in the air, and he jumps up and hits the Pierpont guy in the back, and it sounded like a watermelon, cracking. And this Asian guy was there, and he started to come in and try to break it up, and I grabbed him, and I threw him down to the ground. And I had never, and this guy was in blue jeans and a red, like parka, not a parka, like a windbreaker, and he looked Magoo, And he snapped off his backpack and he took off his breaker and he turned around on me and he jumped probably 50 feet in the air is what it felt like at that age. And he put his toe of his shoe right here on my chin, just enough to skim it. And I dropped back and it didn't hurt at all, but it let me know I put that right where I want it. And the next one is going to knock you into next week. And I got up like an idiot. And a guy named Darren's like, dude, sit the fuck down. You're going to get killed. And I stood up. And the next one went the exact same spot underneath my chin. And this time I snapped my head back. And I don't remember much after that. And I learned a couple things. One is don't fight a person of Asian descent fairly. And this kid is going to grow up and he's going to kick the living crap out of these kids. And he deserves every bit of reciprocity that he gets. You know, martial arts is a way of life with the Asian community. And they're going to get theirs. And you know, it's sad is that nobody said anything. Nobody did anything. And I went through bullying just like this. I know you did. And we're supposed to pretend that it's all okay because the schools talk about it and empathy and inclusion. It doesn't matter. Kids, when they get out of school, they're still little shits and they're horrible to each other. And parents just need to be constantly communicating with their kids. What were your thoughts on this?
I was absolutely, disgusted when I saw it. Like I said, I hadn't seen that video. I only saw the one from the news. So everything he said was bleeped out. So I didn't know what he was calling him. But, I mean, it's disgusting. I mean, why in the world is he picking on a 5-year-old? You're double his size and he's 8-9 years older than this kid. How insignificant does he feel that he needs to pick on a 5-year-old to make himself feel better?
Because those older kids probably have received the similar type of abuse, whether it's at home or somewhere else, and they're passing it on. And that's what happens, whether it's sexual assault or whether, you know, it's alcoholism, is that you traumatize a child's brain at a young age and they replicate those results more often than not.
Or it could be they're just assholes.
No.
A few of my bullies came from extremely prominent good homes.
But those prominent homes, you don't know what was going on behind closed doors. You don't know if his dad grabbed him by the freaking hair and put his cigarettes out on his arm. You don't know if he was sexually molested. I'm not defending these kids. What I'm saying is that these are learned behaviors.
Yeah.
You don't come out saying ching chong ding dong and go eat your dumplings. That's a learned behavior. And whether it's neglect because they're putting him in front of YouTube, or the father's a racist, or an uncle is, or there's friends who maybe they came from a prominent family, but the friends they're hanging out with have rubbed off on them. Whatever it is, there's always excuses as to why it happens. And there's not just one innocent here. I mean, these are children. And you know, should we take every 12-year-old who is a bully and you know, and incarcerate them or, you know, put them down? No. We need to understand is that I had people who were bullies, and maybe I even bullied people at times, and there was a high sense of regret when we got older. But, you know, there's just some people who are showing the signs of exactly who they're going to be when they're older, and they deserve to have their teeth kicked in. And I hope, and the way that karma usually works, that's probably going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really hope so.
Yeah.
Those kids deserve it. Anything that's coming to them, they deserve it. And I really hope that the parents are handling this.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they're not, then they're just going to continue to do this.
Well, you know they won't. It was like Hayden's bully, you know, and she said, well, how come it's always, you know, my beautiful baby daughter? Well, it's not. And I'm well aware of that. But you're in two different situations. You know, your daughter is anorexic and blows her frickin' lunch because she has so many insecurities because you put a lot of shit on her. And my daughter is going through depression because we pulled her from Houston and she's been locked in a house for 2 years because of COVID. And she doesn't have the friends she once did. So they're both going through trouble. And, you know, it's no excuse. And parents, you only can own what your child does. You can't necessarily go and take it out on another kid. But I don't know, man. I remember my dad grabbing Marty Gabaldon and Troy Decker, our bullies in our neighborhood, by the shirt and twisting it and twisting it until it looked like they were wearing a homosexual tank top from San Francisco. And he said, listen, you little fucker. He's like, I will pick you up and I will break your hip by slamming you down as hard as possible, and no one's going to believe you.
Unfortunately, we can't do that
No,
nowadays.
but that's the way it was. And I remember Troy Decker telling my dad to fuck off, and my dad picked him up and he body slammed him on the grass, and you literally heard his body crumple, and Troy just start crying and screaming, and my dad's like, no one's going to believe you, but go ahead. And nowadays, I'll tell you what, Troy after that was one of the most well-behaved kids I had ever seen, but he was 16, smoked weed, would slash tires, set off cherry bombs, and he almost burned my dad's car to the ground by throwing a cherry bomb in it, and my dad had enough. So he walked across the street and he confronted him and he said, did you do this? And he goes, yeah, I did, and F you. And I said, okay, you're about ready to find out. And you can't do that nowadays because the father will go to jail, you'll lose everything, your entire house, because there's no accountability for these little shits.
Nope.
Just-
Very sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It's terrifying. But this happens in our schools. And listen, the communication is important. You got to talk to your kids. You got to ask them the question.
Yeah, Hayden, I was talking to her about this last night, and she knows a few people from the middle school that those boys go to. So she was going to text them and see if she'd heard anything.
It's not a good idea. Just stay
But-
out of it. We don't need her. Every time she gets involved, something happens, and we just stay out of it.
Yeah.
But I was bullied for most of my life, and the greatest therapy I ever received was facing my bully after I was 6'4" and 220 pounds, and he used to pick on a 212-pound fat 5'6" kid, and he never said anything since, and I don't imagine that he can. That was probably one of the most fulfilling interactions I've ever had, because I just took 12 years of torment out on him, and I just wish people would understand is that it's not your responsibility to make people feel good or bad at that age. Your responsibility is to grow into an adult and try to reach maturity at the fastest level with as least amount of harm as possible. And people stand in the way of that. Kids are merciless. They're horribly cruel. And
Yep.
it is just the way it is.
Yeah, I got back at my bully by growing up and
Right.
looking like I do, because apparently I didn't look like this in high school, apparently. And most of my bullies after freshman year, they just kind of were like, whatever, this is childish, and they left alone. But there was a couple of them that kept at it through senior year. I don't know why. And I was like, whatever, I don't care anymore. But both of them found me on social media after I started getting prominent. I think it was in my late 20s when we were in Arizona. And both of them found me and were like, you look like you're doing really well in life. And I'm like, F you.
Yeah, she is
Delete.
Yeah, she is doing well.
So, I mean, both of them. And one of them was, he wanted to sleep with me and I wouldn't. I was like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. So he was just a complete asshole to me after that. And that was one of them that found me. And I was like, yep, bummer. It's like,
Yeah.
so that's how I got back at him. I didn't do anything, but yeah, so.
Well, either way,
Still made me feel good that they're like, whoops, made a mistake. Yeah, you did. But
I just, the time I spend thinking about my childhood, the last thing I'm thinking about is what anyone in high school thought. And it doesn't, everyone's the same. You remember when Steve came back in my life and he's like, hey, I'm so sorry for the way I treated you. And we were such good friends. And then I just dumped you and it was wrong and all that. I'm like, yeah, I understand. And then he became friends and he started talking to me. And then he asked to borrow money. And he's like, hey, I need like $2,500 to help pay rent. I said, okay. I appreciate that. Let me talk to my wife and I'll see what we can do. And my answer was no. I just came back and I said, I'm sorry. I don't feel comfortable doing that to you. You're a police officer. You make good money. And he's like, oh, well, I really appreciate it. And then we were talking about the Nashville Predators and Colorado Avalanche and hockey. And he started just ripping on the Avs over and over. And I'm like, dude, you don't know anything about hockey. Your team like made the playoffs for the first time ever. And, I don't understand why you're ripping on me. And then Olivia said something and then he trashed Olivia. And he's like, yeah, man, bros before hoes, huh? And I said, dude, we're not 13 anymore. If you ever talk about my wife like that again, I'm going to drive down to Tennessee. And I'm going to put my fist in your fucking mouth. Don't ever speak to my wife like that. I don't care how good brothers we were. I don't care that we were blood brothers. I don't care how much you've rekindled a friendship with me. I'm not that little 5'6" kid anymore. I'm 6'4", and I will fucking pummel you. And he goes, oh, yeah, you always were a fucking asshole, Matt. You always were a loser. And I said, well, this loser is the one you just begged for $2,500 and didn't fucking give it to you. So people don't change. No matter how much they say they're your friend or whatever, really the only thing you have here is family, and you can't even count on that anymore. The people who I trust in life they live with me. Those are the people who I trust implicitly, and I'll never trust anyone else. I just can't. And that's just the truth. I don't put my faith in people. And I trust my wife, I trust my kids, and I trust Mike across the street. And if you know, Leroy and Amy are two big ones that I trust, and there's other people on the show who are starting to earn my trust. But I'm not a very trusting human being, and a lot of that is because every time I do, my faith dwindles in people. So keep people at arm's length, because the people in high school are not your friends.
No, they are not.
Those
That's what we keep telling Hayden and Ethan.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to know.
No.
Give it a few years, and you're not going to talk to any of these people. Maybe a couple. But.
Yeah, and the ones you do, you'll talk to for life. But I look at some of my best friends in school. I don't have... The only person who I still have a friendship with that I truly love and adore is Catalina. And we don't talk hardly at all. I think I haven't said anything to her in over a year, but I know if I called her and said, hey, I want to chat, she would chat. But I'm very picky with the people who I spend time with. But either way, that is that. We'll be right back.
Oh,
Join WimKin.com, the social media platform built for free speech and true connection. No censorship, no algorithms controlling your feed, just genuine conversations and a commitment to protecting your rights. Sign up today at WimKin.com and take back your voice. Tell them Matt and the Dumb Show sent you.
I realized you were going to do Wimkin.
That's okay. That's okay. Thank you, Miss Bobby Richardson. We appreciate it. $51.99 getting us kicked off tonight.
It's hump day, so we need to be quick.
Yeah. Quick.
We need to get off the show. It's hump day. I'm trying to be funny.
No, you don't. No, I'm just excited. Folks, thank you for the show, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Adjusting transmitter output.
Is that quick enough?
Yeah.
But folks, we were talking about this last night. A lot of people are holding out for the big show for donations, and we understand. People are like, I'm not made of money. I can't. I would rather have you guys continue to hit goal, because what we don't want to do is have to take a massive deficit on this month, which this month's been really slow. Weird. January and February were two of our best months we've ever had. We thought those were going to be slow.
We thought those were going to be the slow months, but we didn't start taking donations until like May or June of last year, and we were doing a monthly goal at that point. So we didn't think about it at that point. So because Facebook was usually pretty good those months. Yeah.
So we took a little bit of a hit in the shorts. So a lot of people are holding, and we know people want to have, they want us to hit that 10,000. I get it. We love you. We appreciate you. We have a good feeling that we're in a good spot. A lot of people have been saving for it. We appreciate you for that. But we still want to hit that daily goal, because without it, then we're going to pull from the show, and we may not have enough to do what we need to do. So we're hoping that everyone can continue to help out to the best of their ability. And if you save something and you're just absolutely on it, then hold it. If not, help us out, see what we can do. I was looking through some of the election results when it came to Canada, and I was, Mellow, $2.56. $2 challenges to all Facebook, Wimkin, Rumble, YouTube, Twitter viewers. Meet or beat. Keep Matt working. Oh, so $2.56. This is a fun game. I've never seen it before. Mello put down $2.56. Who's going to beat it? Whether that's $2.57, $2.58, whatever it is. But the rule I think Mel's trying to say is you have to beat the donation by 1 penny. So right now it is $2.56. $2.57 will I don't know, get you to the next level. Chuck Peterson says, trust the big show to be successful on its own, and I believe it will be. So let's rock and roll. Let's see who's going to beat the challenge. Mel put in 256. We'll see who's going to do it. And hopefully we can get this thing going. New York Times had an article that I looked at for, I don't know, about 10 minutes this morning. And I was looking at the overall penetration of GOP districts in New York. And I was flabbergasted. You can take a look at Lower Manhattan, County Island, and then look up in the northern parts. But this is what New York looks like as far as GOP to liberal numbers. This is incredible,
Wow.
right?
How in the world is it a blue state with all that red?
It's all of this right here and right here, Manhattan. And these blue, dark blue areas right here are so densely populated that this ultimately is what turned New York. And this is what reminded me of Toronto. When I was looking at Toronto as far as population, very similar if you take a look at the conservative penetration versus the swing in the middle, Democrats, to the red populations.
What? Okay, in Canada, blue is conservative? It's like the colors are switched?
No. Yes, here they are.
Okay, so...
Liberals red, blue is conservative,
okay.
At least in this graphic, yes.
Got it.
But you can see that the more than 20% Jewish in these dark blue areas, and then at least 40% immigrants in this lower area as well. And this is the whole thing I wanted to talk to you guys about that's more concerning, is that I did a projection for England, if you remember. And I told you all that England was very, very close, very, very close to becoming a Muslim country in the next 2 generations. And this is what I feel. And the reason why is because English people are having children at a very much lower rate than Muslims. And I looked at the rest of Europe, and this is also true. So I decided to start diving into Canada and looking in to see if I could find the same patterns when it comes to when it comes to immigration and it comes to the Muslim population. And this is what I found is that if you look at these areas, here's Miami-Dade, Florida, Loudoun, Virginia, King, Washington, Nassau Island, Irish, Italian, or Polish ancestry, white college graduates are blue. And you can see that the numbers are dropping, and you're seeing an increase on Catholicism of Europeans who are moving into greater New York and other places that are foreign born. And that is fairly rare in the United States. Now, if we take a look here in Canada, I want you to take a look at immigrants. And if we look, we're seeing Jewish populations, more than 20% Jewish, but immigrants is on the rise, and they're swinging towards liberals. And you're seeing a lot of the Jewish population are still showing some conservative swinging, but look at these densely orange numbers shooting and skyrocketing on immigrants. This is a huge concern, and the thing is about this is that most of them are Muslim. And this is a troubling video that I wasn't searching for, but I ran across it. And it really kind of puts it in context. And it is loud and abrasive. And the title is Canada is Cooked. But it's hard for me not to agree with them after watching this. Listen to this video.
What happened to a gay couple? What happened to a gay couple in Palestine, sir?
What?
What would happen to a gay couple in Gaza?
Executed according to Islamic law. Islam doesn't endorse gayism. Islam doesn't endorse homosexuality.
Do you think that's good, sir? Do you think it's good for gays?
Islam doesn't approve of being gay.
I see. Okay, so would you like to see Sharia law in Canada replace Canadian law?
At some point it will. You know, because we have families, we are making babies. You're not. Your population is going down the slump, right? Yeah. And by 2060, according to Pew Research Institute, your research.
Gene says, I'm trying to beat the last donation. Gene, you have to put a custom amount. I think the donations are like 20, 40, 50, whatever, 100. You can choose custom. So choose custom and put in $2 and whatever you want to do. Okay? Thank you.
By 2060, Muslims will be the biggest religious group the world over. What are you going to do then?
Tony Hernandez. Tony, I asked you to call in last night, and you were too much of a coward to do it. What's funny is that I engaged you several times on the show, and you also We're too much of a coward to do that. So I don't mind you sniping. But it's funny that you claim idiot, but you won't have the courage to call in. If we're such idiots, why don't you go ahead and prove that by calling in? What do you disagree with what we're trying to say? Why don't you go ahead and make an argument? So if you are such an intellectual giant as you pretend, and not necessarily from a horizontal perspective, because I've seen your pictures, and sir, you've never skipped a meal in your life, I would ask that maybe you call in. So Tony says, this show is full of idiotic ideas to feed morons who believe anything they are told. Once again, Tony, you're incapable of combating me in the written text. I have a feeling that the verbal text isn't going to be much better, but you can call in. The phone number is 276-200-2105. I would be more than happy to at least give you 5 minutes to espouse and spew all the things you want to do, and I'll address them, and let's find out if you can put your money where your mouth is. I'm pretty confident in my game. Let's see what you can do. So I will tell you this, though. If you continue to troll like a little cunt, I will ban your ass. So there you go. Let's see if you'll call in now. See if you'll be a man. There you go. Have a good day.
Actually, post Sharia is even then.
Well, you know what? I'm very appreciative of the honesty. We don't usually get that. So you do support Sharia.
Just like you had a Western majority nation in a land of Native Americans, one day we can have a Muslim majority nation here in Canada.
So these are the things that we're seeing in Europe. These are the things, and I apologize for using a word that over in Europe and wherever I've been deployed is like saying, dude. But that's what he's being. See you next Tuesday. Liv, your thoughts on this? The election, Polyev. We've covered him several times. He did lose. Carney.
I don't even know who won. I don't even know. I was listening a little bit last night, but I don't know who's who up in Canada.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to. Either way, I just wanted to go ahead and cover it and give people a chance to kind of mull over it a little bit. But this is what unfettered immigration does to a country, is ultimately they have children.
They lose their identity.
And yeah, you lose your, I don't care about identity. I care about culture. Mm-hmm. But this is what's killing Canada. And thank God the United States got ahead of this before anyone else. James, I don't think he blocked. What he does is he comes in and he sprays his his estrogen pollen all over the place, and then he leaves because he's a coward. And it's fine. It's 2 nights in a row. There won't be a third. I just won't tolerate people who don't have any spine. I just can't stand it. It just people who are feckless doesn't work for me. Folks, we'll be right back. And I've got my bestie Sarah donated $19.
My bestie Sarah from Arizona.
I know.
Yeah,
I was aware. Thank you, Sarah. We love you,
Sarah. Appreciate it.
So is that like the new number now that we go? I don't understand how this works. Is it still the 256 for Mel? I don't know.
Yeah, it's basically she did the $2 challenge, but she upped it to cover taxes. That's where the 56 cents comes in.
Okay, so the challenge is still 256. So if you're in a spot where you don't have a lot of money right now, 256 is what Mel gave. He gave 257. We'll go for, I don't know how we're going to do it. Scotty, thanks for liking the stream. All right. So damn it. I wish that guy would call in. That's not the first time. That will not be the last. We'll be right back.
PM, one night only. The Dumb Show is hosting a night built on something real. No filters, no corporate sponsors, no gatekeepers. It started with a simple offer. A longtime supporter asked what it would take to build a real studio, a place where conversations stay honest, not bought and sold. He didn't just ask. He promised to match every dollar donated that night up to $10,000. The call went out and the right people answered. Chris Tonto Peronto, Benghazi hero who fought through the night when leadership abandoned them. Roseanne Barr, the voice Hollywood tried to erase but never could. Laura Logan, the journalist who exposed corruption and never blinked. They're not coming for a paycheck. They're coming because the fight for truth is still worth showing up for. And they're joined by T.S. Dixon, Damani Felder, Barry Morgenstein, Lisa Regina, Ryan Samuels, and Jason Shepard. One night, one shot to show that real voices still matter. Follow along at The Dumb Show and get all the details at thedumbshow.com. The race to 20K starts now. Be part of it.
All right, so we have some people obviously donating.
Yeah, I need to catch up with donations. We were doing that video.
Just crush it. Just throw them out there.
Okay.
We'll get to them. And on donation night, that's what we'll do. Matt, I think he snipes a lot of up-and-coming conservative sites, so there's that. Your reach is growing. Oh, I don't care. I've been dealing with people like that for 4 years. Those trolls never call in. They're terrified. They know better. He's not going to call in.
Thank you, Jane.
575, sorry, but need to spread money out on a fixed income. Jane, you don't ever have to apologize. Anything is awesome, and we appreciate it. And a little bit of love makes it all go around. If everyone gave $5, we would have a record night. You know what I mean? Mel, the phone is on, but I'm moving on to a different topic. So if you were calling about Canada, you call in now and you can have like just a few minutes. Is that okay? I want to try to stay on schedule. So call in now and then we'll get you on, okay? So we'll wait for her. Susan McGoran, $21.10. Suzanne, I'm sorry. I'm tired. 2110, God bless you for what you do for us. And I knew it was Suzanne, and I know your last. Right when I said McGoran, I looked back and I was like, oh, shit. I apologize. Thank you. Sorry for my language. Waiting for Mel to call. If everyone donated $1 for each troll, they wouldn't need donations.
That's true.
Robert Marlar. Is that new? Robert's
I think
new?
so.
Robert sounds like he's new. I don't remember that name. $20. Robert, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
That means a great deal. Sorry, we're lagging a little bit. I don't know why. Probably because we had a phone call, a donation, and somebody on the phone at the same time. Mel, you wanted to chat about something I said. You've got a couple of minutes. Go ahead.
No, I don't even need a couple of minutes. All I just wanted to reiterate was that was what Justin Trudeau's game for 12 years was in this country, was to bring in all these people from all the other side of the world to get votes for the Liberal Party. And that was his ultimate goal. And it obviously worked because Toronto's a hotbed. Ottawa is a sympathetic hotbed. Vancouver is a hotbed. Montreal. So yeah, and that was what sunk all, like, whatever. And your map shows like so true, whatever. I know you just did one small area, but if you look at the other areas that I put in the text earlier, Vancouver, like whatever, you'll see.
Oh, it's
such a little tiny red and a massive sea of blue, and and that's what it is. He brought in all these people, and we got toasted. So it is what it is, and now we have to fix it. So that was my only comment. And the thing about the challenge was, if it can beat my $2, I just put it out as a small amount so that nobody felt obligated that they had to, give $9,000 or whatever. If they want to do $20, $50, $5, like whatever, just meet it or beat it. If everybody just put in $1 a night each, the goal would be massive met every night. That was my intent on the goal. Other than that, have a great day.
We love you, Mel.
Thanks, Mel.
Hey, how's your arm real quick? You feeling any better?
It's really swollen. The surgeon's phoning me again in the morning, so I don't know.
Well, just take the things you're allowed to take, obviously. And are they allowing you to take ibuprofen or any anti-inflammatory?
Well, they never prescribed it to me, but I have that already here in my locker. So I've been doing the anti-inflammatory, whatever, to keep the swelling down, and the ice, whatever, because that's the only thing that lets me sleep at night. Yeah, because it's really uncomfortable.
I bet. Well, it makes sense.
But and I'm not a pill taker. I don't like them because I've done what you've done years ago. So I don't want to get on that train again. So I try to run through as much as I can until I need to sleep a little bit. So
Scotch works. Whiskey.
Yeah. Well, they don't mix well with pills, so I'm not sure.
I was joking.
Which one I might go to?
Yeah. Well, listen, if it's Advil, who cares? But yeah, if you're taking anything. Yeah.
So, anyways,
we love you. Get better.
They gave me some fun stuff, which I don't agree with because, like you, I got hooked on that many years ago and got off of it, and I'm like, I'm not playing that game again.
Yeah, so but you can do it. You can do it in moderation as long as you don't enjoy it. If you enjoy it, then you can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Anyways,
love you.
Thanks,
working
Mel.
through it one day at a time. Love you guys.
Get better.
Cheers.
Talk soon. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, Thomas Cawthorn. Sorry, I accidentally hit the button. My finger slipped. So trying to help, but times are tight. Says $3.34. So appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, you listen, Tommy, you're fine. You give what you can, and I've said it a million times here. I would rather people not donate if they can't. It's just don't. It's never a question. If you can, do it. If you can't, don't worry about it. Moving on. The reason why I looked this up is I saw this image, and I was really unhappy with the conservatives talking about Sharia law coming here, and I don't know why we're lagging so much.
Are we? Do you have the Tums by chance, Dan?
I don't. I have no idea where they're at. Let me just shut this down real quick. I've just got a little chug, and this doesn't happen very often. Not sure why. Anyway, this picture is why I started looking into the election results, and this one bothered me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that just doesn't, I'm not lagging on my feed. It's my computer that's lagging. I think I need to. I got a lot going on. I did a shite ton of graphic design. The video down below here, I added the May 16th show, and that takes a lot of memory, and I should have restarted my computer. But anyway, this image kind of struck me, and I was just like, Canada needs to do something. We need to do something. We need to stop this level of illegal immigration coming into our country. I'm glad we're making that effort. But if we don't pass some of this stuff into legislation, it's all going to get ripped apart as soon as we have a Democrat come in.
Yeah. I saw when we lived in Colorado. Thank you, buddy. When we lived in Colorado, going into the Target at the mall.
Yeah.
It was middle of summer, and you know how hot it gets in Denver in the middle of summer. And there was a Muslim couple, and she was in full burqa. The only thing was her eyes showing. And it's like 100 degrees out there, and she's walking like 3 feet behind her husband with her head down. I just wanted to say something, but I'm like...
Yeah, what can you say?
Can't really say anything, but...
You can. It's not going to do any good. She'll probably defend him. And
oh, yeah. Yeah, she would. That's the thing, is they will defend their husbands, and no matter your good intentions, that's how they're raised.
They're not raised. That's how they're abused into submission.
Exactly.
It's not even that. It's oh my God, we are just lagging to shit. Hold on. I have no idea why we're chugging, but I got to figure this out because I can't even operate. Yeah, let's get them,
Joanne.
Get them all in.
Next.
Get them all in.
Going.
Just pound all of them in as fast as humanly possible, please. And I'm going to find out why we're chugging a little bit. Okay, there we go. Quit.
Thank you, JD.
Thanks, everybody. Little donations, they help. We appreciate it.
Who's going to be at it? Good evening to Olivia and Matt, too.
We're at 3:56. Okay, so now that we've covered that, I want to show you a political commercial where they're finally actually doing some decent stuff. And, my God, this lag is killing me. This is driving me up the wall. Okay, so let's go ahead and show this political commercial. It's kind of funny. And then I've got a funny one after this to show you. Here it is.
Welcome to El Salvador.
Okay, this is the problem right here. What is happening? Whatever is going on is slowing down and chugging. Like we're going to crash if I can't figure this out. So just hold on. Yeah, you talking isn't going to help because it's sending bandwidth. So just processing power is limited right now. Something's happening. And I wasn't telling you to be quiet. What the fuck? Something's really wrong. We have a shit ton of people on too. I feel
I
horrible.
know. Want me to continue with donations?
Yeah, honey, I said get them all through. Like
Okay, just making
keep,
sure. I just
get
wasn't sure.
Don't hold anything. Pound them and say
All
thank
right.
and talk to people.
Carrie Spricks, 257. I raise Mel's donation. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Takes a
Honey, don't
few
talk too
seconds.
much. Honey, just until you do the donation. In fact, don't do donations. Wait 1 second, okay?
Okay.
We're going to lose the feed. I got to find out. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. I'm going to lose the feed. What is slowing us down? I'm shutting everything down. Something is lagging us out. Go ahead and send one real quick, hon.
Okay.
Thanks, honey. No, nothing. It's not too much is running in the back. It's okay, guys.
Kimberly Jiggermeyer.
I don't need any
2110. Thanks so much.
I don't need any help troubleshooting. Thanks. So no reason for that. All right, we'll see if that helps. I've pretty much shut us down to bare bones. I've never had my computer lag like this before. Something's going on though. Something is running in the background, but I can't continue until this ends. So, Liv, this is a great time for you to like talk, and you're going to have to figure something out.
Okay. I'm just going to put donations in real quick. So, Joanne Townsend, $10. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Putting in the next one. And we really appreciate all the donations tonight, guys. And Matthew Demo, $10 as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, so 249% on Ecamm Live is something here is crashing us.
On Ecamm?
I'm talking to myself.
Oh.
Sorry, honey. Something in the app is killing us. Okay, temperature is going down on the Mac. It's running at 162 degrees. That's pretty hot. It's a pretty big load. 61% available RAM. Temperature is far above recommended. Liv, get the AC on. Crank it down to as low as it'll go.
Okay.
It's too hot in this room. That's what's wrong. We're at that time of year.
It's already on.
Liv, what's it at?
It is at 73.
Liv, 70, 69, 68, 67, 52. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the ambient temperature in here.
Yeah, they
try
need
not to move, honey. Try not to move. Hey, do me a favor. I need you to open up those doors as wide as they'll go right now. Yep. Ethan, just open up the door, son.
Hey guys, make sure that the screen doors
Liv,
are shut.
do me a favor. I need you to go and get her white fan right now, and I need you to pump as much cool air as you can through those two doors. Okay, Liv.
Yeah.
Let me run this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So, we just got to get it cooler in here. It's way too hot.
I know what's going on is it's 85, 90 degrees out there, and they're keeping the sliding glass doors open for the dog.
No, that's not it. What it is that we've never had these many lights. We have 12 lights in here versus the show that we used to do. You weren't here, and there was only 1 or 2 lights. So I'm not trying to be short. I'm in go mode, and I'm trying to save the show right now. So just let me do my work and let me work. It's already starting to pick back up. Yep, turn it on high, aim it towards the door, blowing that cold air into the house. I want all the screen doors closed. I want nothing but our AC. If the dog's outside, go out with her. Push it all the way back. I don't want to hear it. Hayden, you have to push it this way, over here. Good girl. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Ethan. wait right here. Just going to let it cool down in here for a second, okay? Yeah, it's too hot in here. That's why I've told your mom, she has a 70. You can't have it from now on. Change the hours right now. Right now, 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock. Drop the AC down to 72 in here. Never.
Okay.
No, it's just too hot in here. So the computer is running at it's overclocking and it can't process all this work. So I'm trying to cool it down in here. That's all. It's all good. Just need to cool it down. It's like 85 degrees in here, and that's not good for the computer. Yeah, that's what's happening. It's already working. I'm going to do a reading here in a second. What's that noise? Can you tell her to stop that or get that away from the dog? Don't close the door. Sorry, folks.
That's the dog.
Take it away. So, sorry, folks. We're almost here. Almost done. Creative Cloud, quit. I want that to close. Okay. And then what else do we got? Control Center. Message. Yeah, I can't get this to cool down, honey. Something's going on. Here, let me do this. Liv, what are you doing?
I'm setting the temperature on the setting the thing for
Good
the
girl.
weekdays.
All right, I'm gonna stop all graphics.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
No, they're fine. They understand. I mean, but I just hate to be so commanding, but I don't have a choice. I can figure this out myself here. All right, so there's that. Stopping this, stopping that. Let's see if that changes things. Hold on.
Okay,
So there's something that's using way too much data here, and I don't understand what it is. No, it's not a virus. Guys, girls, I love you. I just don't need any help with this. Like, I this is what I did for a living. I know Mac computers. I'm just trying to troubleshoot. So I appreciate everybody, but I don't need any help. Thank you. And I know you're trying to be kind and lovely, but all it does is slow me down, and then I answer questions. All right, so let's see. All right, E, take that fan, and I want you to move it, please. Just turn it off. Put it to the dog. Give it to the dog. Thanks, buddy. No, is this on? This thing right here? Okay, do me a favor. Go take that away from her right now. Okay? Don't let the dog have that again, okay? This is another reason why we need to move to the other room.
more airflow.
Yeah, I can't get it to cool down.
That vent was closed. Vent is now open. So,
Again? You did it again, huh?
No, I didn't shut it.
You're
That's
the only one that sits there, Livy. Don't give me that. You're the only one who sits there. Of
Considering
course you
that
did
the
it.
AC just came on, it's been heat. I want the heat on. So
What?
as far as it's been heat until recently. So I would want the heat on. I would want it open.
Honey, I didn't say, what I'm saying is that you did it. Whether you did it intentionally or not, it doesn't matter. You did it. You're the one who sits there. So you've got to make sure that your foot doesn't hit that thing. That is why we are literally running at 160 degrees. And the bad thing is if it pops the computer, we got to go buy a brand new computer.
Yeah.
So let's not ever do that again.
Yeah.
So that's why it is happening, is because the vent was closed. So
yeah, it's also 77 in here because I guarantee they kept the sliding glass doors open for
no,
the puppy.
the vent was closed. Liv, honey, you spelled your wrong.
I'm wrong. But I'm talking about in the
no,
living room.
it's a full sentence. I'm wrong is a full sentence. See, just stop. I'm wrong. Okay, good. You're wrong. You closed the vent by accident or on purpose, and that is why it is 100 and like you can grow orchids in here. Like this is hotter than young love, okay? Because you closed the vent. It's fine. Just take the L right there. Take the loss. We're good. All right. So let's give it a second. And of course, SJW goes, what an ass. Dude, you walked in at the wrong time.
Seriously,
look at your name. Your name's, forget it.
Just leave it alone. Whatever. Let them leave. I don't care.
There we go. 140.
All right.
See,
CJ
there we go.
Jenkins,
See, there we go.
$3.34.
Don't run any more donations for a second, okay?
Okay.
We got to let the computer catch up because we're going to lose it all.
Got it.
Almost done. Channel 5 News Minnesota. You want to read that from Matt and tell us what's going on? Because I can't do anything until this cools down.
What am I reading? I'm sorry.
Read the chat, honey.
Chat.
Matt.
Channel 5 News Minnesota went out and bought groceries. Oh, it keeps going down.
What are you talking about?
I only have this much chat. So when people post again, it goes up and I have to refind it. And bought groceries day one of Trump's presidency. And then his 100th day, they went out and bought more groceries, and it was $2
What is going
higher.
on, Don't Unfriend Me Nation?
Go ahead.
And I'm thinking what gas is down. So I looked into it to find out retail sale is down. So they don't understand why prices aren't down and went up in Minnesota. Is that not a joke? It's like they are price gouging.
Hey, Liv.
Yes.
Can I borrow you?
Sure.
Can you come here and take this little fan and put it on the back where the heat's coming out? Yeah, we're really lucky we didn't blow the computer. Yeah, like we're really lucky. Sorry, folks. We can't do anything. What? It's blowing. Honey, it is. Just put it on next to the hole for me, okay? No. Hold it up there. As close as you can to that. Feel that where that heat's coming out?
Yeah.
Just get me as close as you can to that and just hold it there for a second. Cool. Thank you. That's all we need to do. We might have to shut down completely and restart because it's too hot in here. We can't. Now, the AC is still on. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I want it to a point where it's like an ice cube in here.
Yeah, I said.
You set it to 70? Okay, cool. No, honey. It's hot because you closed the vent. Can you stop, please? I'm begging you. Please don't say that again. Because what happens out there doesn't do anything. In fact, if it's hotter out there, the AC stays on. You closed the vent, sweetie. That's why we're doing this. And it's okay. And I'm not blaming you. Just own it. And stop telling me it's something that it's not. Okay? I love you, but you closed the vent. That's why we're going through this right now, and that's why we're unable to fix it. Cool. No, I just want you to hold that there for me and give it a second. This thing's going through menopause, okay? So it's got hot flashes going on. Just don't say it's because the sliding glass door was open, okay? Driving me crazy. Hey, do me a favor. Do you feel the back of this? No, you gotta keep the fan there. Can you put the fan back where it was? Cool. Touch it. Is it super? No. Touch the back where the hot air is coming. Is it like hot to the touch?
It's warm. It's not burning.
Hot. Oh, that's burning. Yeah.
Touched it.
Okay.
Touched you, so.
Thomas Griffiths, am I not liquid cooled? No, we're not liquid cooled. No. This is a Mac. This isn't a Windows computer. What temp do you keep the room you are in the most? I don't know what that means. We liked it 74, but this room was about 95 degrees in it because Olivia closed the vent. So that's why. So we need to let this thing catch up. Do you guys have any idea how stressful it is to have a show like this and try to control everything and have this happen and then try to be nice at the same time? It's impossible. We work together. So we're going to bicker and argue. That's the way it works. Can you not hold that anymore? I got it. You can't because then it takes the airflow. So I'll do this and everything else too. No, go ahead. I got it. Are you sure? Okay. All right. So the only thing I can think of. Oh, no, I'm not liquid cooled in any way, shape, or form. There's no way to liquid cool a Mac without spending way too much money. But I keep. Oh, you're asking everybody what do they keep their room? Okay. My husband would kill me if I closed the vent to the office. Well, I'm not at that level, but I am frustrated. Like I'm sitting here and I'm soaked through, and I was wondering why. And this has happened before. And I've, this is why we need the great room. I can't do anything. I can't even open anything up. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, the computer's going to pop. It's not the fan. It's the fact that this room was 95 degrees inside and it hasn't cooled down yet. And whatever we're doing out here isn't keeping up with cooling down the computer because the computer's already cooking. So this thing runs, let me just tell you, normally it's about 108 degrees. It's 162. It's like putting your iPhone in the sun. All right. The fan is right into it. Thank you, everybody, for all your feedback. We are doing all of those things. I appreciate everybody's patience. Liv, we might just have to shut down and restart. Because, honey, I could turn this fan up to 500 miles an hour, and it's still not going to keep up with what's... The reason why is once you build up that much heat in a computer, it won't go down. There's nothing we can do. We let it get too hot in here. Because the sliding glass door was open 100 feet away. All right. Is it going to be angry sex tonight? I think it will be. I think it's going to... Are you going to leave the AC off? Because then it will really be angry in the room. You should close the fence in the bedroom. You can leave. You can take it down now. It's probably going to melt that plastic is what's going to happen. And then I'm really going to cook off. Y'all, we may have to just restart and let this thing cool down.
We can just talk without showing videos. I mean, we don't need a video right now. We can just
it's not
talk.
Sweet Pea, it's not the video that's causing the problem. It's the fact that we're running 12 lights and we're streaming 4K and we're broadcasting to 7 different channels and using terabytes of information. And the computer can't keep up because it's running at 162 degrees.
Got it.
I'm waiting for the frying pan still, Matt. Listen, I am very calm. And anybody who's upset at me, you just, I don't give a shit. Because if the roles were reversed, like I accidentally turned on the ceiling fan in the winter, and I don't think I've still heard, I still think it's out there with the big bang. Like,
so in our house, I have control of heat in the winter. He's got control of AC in the summer because I am always cold. And if he could have it, he would have windows open and AC on in the winter. Okay. I control the heat. And to be honest, I sit in sweatshirts
and yell and scream and get mad at me in the middle of the night. Turn off the fan! Oh my God! It's
although this year I've been super hot at night, so
I got to say something. You're always hot. Elizabeth says, I think we should all encourage Matt and Olivia to take the night off to reset for tomorrow. We can't afford that. We can't afford to do that. That's why we're on. We can't afford to do that. We can't take that hit. You might have to let it cool down until tomorrow. No. You guys, this is never 4 years. It's only been a problem one other time. Hey, Liv, tell them on the other problem that it happened. What happened?
It was probably last summer when the vent was shut.
What?
It was probably last summer when the vent was shut at one point.
One other time this has happened, and when the vent was shut. Who was sitting there and who shut it?
Well, last summer I was sitting over there, so I don't know because my desk was over there summer.
This is a lie. She shut it. So the only time this has ever happened before in 4 years of doing the show that the computer has lagged and heated is when she shut the vent last time. And remember, the first thing I asked her, I said, "Can you please turn on the AC?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I turned it down a long time ago." And then she's like, "Oh, but the vent's shut." But that doesn't have anything to do with it. It's because of the dogs. Yeah, it's okay. We will shut down. Viewer count is going down. Gee, Susie, thanks so much. I wonder what we could possibly do about that.
Turn the lights down and play some Barry White.
Olivia, yeah, that's what we could do. We turn off all the lights and just, go. Listen, I'm sorry that viewer count's going down, but a full reset in the middle when we're halfway done with the show is a real headache. So we're working it. Michelle says, honestly, if you are upset with Matt tonight, has never worked with their spouse as their job, he's being really nice. I totally fucking am. Like I'm being completely passive aggressive and sarcastic, but I'm really being nice. I agree. Turn the lights down and play some Barry White. Ash shut the vent. Ash did not shut the vent. No, she didn't.
It was Yenny.
It was Olivia.
It's
a lie.
totally Yenny.
Okay, first of all, this is a half a circle riveted. This is one of the old ones where you basically bleed your finger if you roll. She did it. She
totally
did.
Yenny.
Just get naked. Oh, you haven't seen the waist down. We're getting there.
It's like Zoom calls.
Let's just play
during
a game.
COVID.
We're doing a little better. It's starting to.
How do you tell? Where do you go to see the temperature of the computer?
Well, that's a wonderful question.
Because mine's super hot right now too. So
would you like me to show it to you? So if you go into your Mac Health, the app I had you download, it's right here and it shows you your overall temp and what unit is being used and how much memory is being used. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Okay, everyone listen. I think it's my fault I showed up and caused the problem. No, but you saying that the viewer count's going down and adding more pressure doesn't necessarily help, Susie, but it's kind of consistent with your MO, no offense, and opportune timing. I think Matt closed the vent. Yeah, that's right. I did it. Fuck my computer. I don't care. All right, viewer count's not going down, by the way. Viewer count's going up. It's going down.
People say they like these off the cuff just shows when they're not scripted and it's just real life.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. It was 78. It was not 78 in here. It was 78 out by the thermostat. It in this room was 90 plus. Like, tell me, Liv, that you are not 100% cooler than you were 10 minutes ago.
Definitely.
Okay. Because I'm sitting here and I felt like I just got done with a full freaking 60,000 pound push workout. That's how much I was sweating. And I'm not a sweater. You guys, this is what I'm going to do.
No, you're a parka. Sorry. That was just funny.
Listen, Sharia law can come anytime because I've never wanted to cane you and throw acid in your face so badly in my life. I can't believe you just said that. I hate you at a level that another person shouldn't hate another person right now. Like there's a lot of hate. It's a lot of hate. It's a lot. Like, it's hate. It's straight up hate. It's not even love. And the fact that you're laughing at your own joke is even worse.
Sorry.
All right, folks, here's what we're going to do. We're going to shut this down. I'm going to do a forced shutdown on this app. And then as long as I re-engage it within the next, Matt is changing color. Oh no. My color is the same.
Oh, when I laugh, I cry. I don't know why.
The next time I punch you in the tit, I'll be like, "Oh, you're laughing. You're laughing. It hurts so much." Okay. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to shut it down. And that should reset, and I'm going to reset RAM. I'll have 5 minutes to do a full reset and let this thing cool down. And then we're going to jump back in. Rob, so everybody hang tight. Come back, and we're going to make this thing work. Okay?
Yeah, I still have a couple of donations I got to put in that we haven't been able to yet.
Do it now because let's do it now.
Okay. I'm doing real quick.
Okay. Can't believe he said that. Sweater and parka.
I don't even know where that came from.
I swear.
The ultimate dad joke.
I swear to God, I'm going to use teeth. JD Stillwell, thanks for an awesome show. Many of us look forward to our couple of hours with you at night. Yeah, and people don't understand that we like to have fun. We like to joke around. I mean, my wife and I, look, we've been together for 30 years. Do you really think that this isn't how we treat each other all the time? Matt is under a lot of stress. We're just trying to add comic relief to lessen the stress. Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Did somebody say something? Is someone offended again? I don't like the way you treat your wife.
No,
you know
Brian,
what?
Thank you for the donation, $10.
Hey, Brian, thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it.
You guys just don't listen. Obviously, we're doing something right because we've been together for almost 3 decades. So we must be doing something right. Get lots of fans before the 16th. Well, we have lots of fans. We've got 250,000 of them. It's just that Facebook won't share us. Okay. Is that it?
I know. Yes, that's it for things. I know. Melanie said, I know Matt doesn't want advice, but she has a Mac and she left it her laptop. She left it in the computer in Louisiana heat, and how her husband helped is put a bowl of ice in front of a fan and had it blowing at the computer, and it cooled it down.
This is a $3,500 iMac, and the port isn't accessible for ice. Melanie, I love you. I love you so much. I worked for Apple for 5 years. I know every trick in the book, and I love you for trying to help me. But this isn't a MacBook. If I had a MacBook, I would get a bowl of ice and I would set it on top of it, and this wouldn't be a problem over the processor. But the processor is internal on an iMac, and it's behind glass. I can't do it. The RAM needs to reset, and the computer needs a complete shutdown and restart in order to flush the heat out of the system. It is a simple process. We're going to do it right now. We'll be back. And what I'm hoping is I can just kick right back on and we should be fine and the show won't end. Okay? All right. So if I sounded condescending or what, you're going to have to deal with it.
He wasn't. It was all business. Just trying. He
working.
goes serious mode when there's a situation.
Yeah, it's all I know how to do. It's all I know how to do. It's the only person I am. Okay, here we go. Don't leave. Hi, Steve B. Hello. Okay, don't leave. I'm gonna do a forced termination on the program, which will make it save, and then I'm gonna try to restart. We may not get all our channels back, but we should get YouTube, Facebook, X, Rumble, and we'll be right back. Don't just put it over here, further over. Is it leaning up against the metal? This one over here. This one over here. Honey, I don't understand why it can't. Move the fan. Get the fan out of there. And directly put the, let's get all this shit out of here. Take the fan. Move the fan. Tell me when it's there. Good. Don't cover the hole.
I'm not.
Okay, there we go. All right, that's good. All right, let's run a diagnostics and see where we're at. All right, so we got 111 on. Liv, check Wimkin, please, and check Rumble and Wimkin. Everything else looks good.
So the feed stayed.
Honey?
Yeah.
Wimkin and Rumble, please.
Okay.
Thank you. I need to see some Facebook comments. Here they come. Okay. We seem to be running very smooth. RAM reset worked. We're starting to cool down. Still hot. Let me check programs that are running.
Looks like we're still live on Wimkin. Can somebody go on to Wimkin, make a comment, let me know that we're still up, please?
All right. Okay, Lima Charlie on Facebook. That's good. We are back. 121 degrees. No, 142 degrees, but that's going down.
All right, looks like we're still up on Twitter as well.
Okay.
X, excuse
Liv.
me. Yes.
Honey, look at me.
Yeah.
Let me try it again.
Uh-huh.
Rumble. Wimkin.
Wimkin, we're up. As far as I can see, I just asked if somebody would please.
Liv,
Yes.
Rumble, Wimkin.
Got it.
Until it's a yes, the question is Rumble and Wimkin. Until it's a yes, please. Hold on one more time. Hey, honey, Rumble. And by the way, is the vent open still?
I don't know, Parka. Would you like to look?
I'm not the one that made the joke. Hi, Ash.
Hi, baby girl.
All right. I think we're good. Let me try to introduce this other window again. And cross fingers. Hey, that looks pretty good. Hey, Liv.
Yeah.
Rumble and Wimkin. Just wondering where we're at.
Looks like we're live on Rumble.
Wonderful. So that worked. Debbie says, instead of HMFIC, is Matt now HPIC, head Parka in charge?
I love it. That's going to, like, my nickname's Pot Pie. Yours is going to be Parka.
Oh, your nickname's not Pot Pie. I've got a nickname for you, but I can't say it in front of people because kids may be listening after what we just went through. My God. You're up on Rumble. Okay, good. All right, then let's rock and roll. Let's continue the show. That was fun. That wasn't even stressful. I didn't even yell. That's good. Look how smooth we're running. See? It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Hi, Ash.
Hey, baby girl.
Hi, sweet pea. How's my girl? All right. Livy,
Yes.
I need you to move these ice things now. Right now, they're starting to drip, and we don't want to short. So that didn't help at all, by the way. Okay. Oh, don't put it on there. It's wood.
Hey, children.
All right, the intro music on Winkham, although it says it's live. The intro music on Winkham, I don't understand what that means.
It says you're starting from beginning on here. Intro only is what it's saying.
Okay, then we lost Wimkin.
We may have lost Wimkin.
All right, so we lost Wimkin. We're at 131. We're stationary. Hi, baby girl. Hello, children. Cover thy ears. Not you. You're okay. Ash, you're good. Ash, you're good. Come here. I wasn't talking to you, baby. Stay. Good. I was talking to brother. Good. All right. Come take these, please. These are, don't drag them over the computer, please. Have her come around. Cool. All right. Listen, I don't think Dan Bongino could have done that. Why is that light off over there? That's much better. Now we're brighter. Okay, we 5x5?
Yeah, I think we are.
Oh no. What's your confusion?
It's just Wimkin tries to, because we're getting live comments, but
Wimkin's down.
Okay.
Wimkin's down. Rumble, it doesn't have an autosave feature. So everything else does, which is great. I mean, because I love Wimkin, but we're okay. All right, let's rock and roll. We can do our show now. See? That was easy. Can we watch this political ad now? See, and all that feedback you guys gave, and all we need to do is just trust Uncle Matt, because he's the head Parka in charge. Okay?
It's going to stick now. I love it. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I'm going to play with your sweater letter.
I don't even know where that came from.
And I'm going to bite the button on the sweater. Hard. Little man in the boat is getting sunk. All right. You ready for this?
Yes.
All right. I'm so glad political commercials are back. Thanks for staying with us, folks. $212.80 to goal. If ever we needed the night to crush goal, tonight's that night. Because our electric bill is going to be through the roof because we literally are running an icebox in here. But now we know is that it works. It's beautifully calm and cool in here now that we got the temperature down. Ambient temperature on my reporting, by the way, it just came up when I reset. In the room, 89 degrees is what the temperature was in this room. So now we know. And knowing's half the battle. Yo, Joe, listen to this. This is a great commercial.
Welcome to El Salvador, home to breathtaking sunsets, world-class surf breaks, and gangbanger Kilmer Abrego Garcia. El Salvador is the destination for Democrats seeking the thrill of bringing violent criminal illegal aliens back to America. Come witness Trump derangement syndrome in its purest form. from Chris Van Hollen to Cory Booker. You may even see John Ossoff. So what are you waiting for, Senate Democrats? Join your colleagues and step into the rhythm of rescue today.
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty good. I'll take those all day long.
Not as good as my Parka joke, but still pretty funny.
No, it was. But this
airport.
This is. You guys may know Vincent Ashana. He is on the PBD podcast. Vincent is not a highbrow intellectual that is very good at debating. He's pretty much an F this, F that, screw you, and he kind of amps up. But he is very funny, and this is absolutely hilarious. Here is a report on an MS-13 member coming into the United States back from El Salvador right now. Here it is.
Good afternoon. I'm Jared Waters live from Fort Lauderdale Airport as we welcome home a brave victim of injustice. Yes, he's an active MS-13 gang member with a rap sheet longer than Epstein's client list. But hey, we all make mistakes, right? And speaking of the devil, here he is, Mr. Garcia. Hola, senor.
Hola, gringo.
Welcome home.
Gracias.
And now that you're back, what's next for you?
I'm going to go back to work, pay taxes, matar gente con la pandilla.
Sounds to me like you're going to be an active, contributing member of this society.
Sí.
Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Oh, my God. What is this?
Formula for the baby.
Oh, of course, baby formula. You know, this is a good reminder to our viewers at home that although this man has killed people.
Mucho people.
And sold drugs.
Lots of drugs por todo.
And beat his wife.
All the time, people.
He's still a father from Maryland.
Sí.
And a good one at that.
Gracias, Jared.
Hey, thank you again. And that wraps up our series on Trump's unlawful. Oh, my God. Oh, hey. Oh, wow. Okay. And there he goes, chasing the American dream.
That's pretty funny.
I thought that was the guy from PBD. Am I mistaken? Is that not the guy from PBD? Someone said
Says
that's
Vinny from the Angry Patriot is what they're saying.
Which one is it? That looks like the guy from PBD. Is that not him? Oh, see, I screwed it up. See, this is what happens when my wife closes the vent. I completely screw it up. Well, whatever. He obviously doesn't need that much. Here is a video that was actually out today. This is one of the detention centers in Texas. And if you take a look, Vinny is on PBD. See? Thank you very much. I knew my stuff. You tell him, Ash. It's okay. I'm not upset. Everything's fine. She's wagging her tail. Everything's okay. You're not in trouble. You didn't do anything wrong. Come here. Come here. Hi.
We got to get her recording her saying hello in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Our dog says hello in the morning. She goes, hello.
It's hilarious.
Hello. You say hello, beautiful. God, dog, you're huge. It's Vinny the Angry Patriot. It's a guy from PBD. I know. I had it right. Anyway, his nickname is Angry Patriot. Whatever, I don't care. He's got enough attention. If he's on PBD, he's doing just fine. So this is...
What is PBD?
The Paul Bet David podcast.
Okay. And
it's huge. Moving on. They've gotten enough advertising from us for free. If they want any more, you got to pay for it. 12 cents. So this is in Texas. This is a illegal immigrant detention center. And so Reuters sent over a drone, and these guys all in the middle of a yard formulated an SOS symbol, which is pretty good. I have some questions. Let's see if you have some too, but watch this. What are your questions? It's a jail.
What
the hell are the guards doing? And who's coordinating this? And how did you know the drone was going to come over? And
why is there a drone over a prison anyway?
And how did you know that the news was going to have? I mean, hello.
Yeah.
Carrie says, my husky just answered, LOL.
That's funny.
She,
Yeah,
she does it every morning. And her and I talk. I'm like, hello, little girl, welcome. How was your nap? Did you have a good nap? Hello. And then she's like, oh.
It's her yawn, but
it's not a yawn. It's her saying hello. This whole thing needs to stop. These are criminals. Who gives a shit? Since when do we care about criminals? What is going? Are Democrats completely? Is there just no hope? Because
they have lost their effing loving minds. They're just, I don't know.
I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like we're taking candy from a baby. I feel like I'm on the short bus fighting retards. I hate to say it. I mean, because that's rude. But what are we doing? I don't even need to create material. I just like my videos. Here it is right here. We're going to talk about it right now, which is a video on Gretchen Whitmer. She just left herself open. This is what Gretchen Whitmer did today. And here is my response. And then we've got a whole bunch to show. So, folks, we're going to need to crack some donations in here because, oh my gosh, we got a lot to show. So let's get going. If we're going to stay late, we got to pay the bills. So here is Gretchen Whitmer with her video, and then I'll show you the video that we made today. Here it is.
What do you want to fight? I'll fight.
Oh God, hold on a second. See, she kind of reminds me of AOC. When she talks, she ruins it. But, little milfy.
What do you want to fight? I'll fight.
Like hell for Selfridge. Selfridge Air National.
All right, hold on a second. I got to turn up the volume. Olivia must have closed this too.
It's going to be the running joke now, isn't it?
Better than Parka.
That was a good joke.
You laughed at your own joke.
That was hilarious.
What do you want to fight? I'll fight.
Like hell for Selfridge. Selfridge Air National Guard Base is critical to our national defense and to our state's economy. Right now, we're pushing to secure a new fighter mission that's saving hundreds of jobs on base and $30 million in annual wages. It's also protecting the 30,000 jobs and $850 million in economic impact statewide that tie back to Selfridge. So it's not just jobs and dollars, it's opportunity. A fighter mission means world-class training for our airmen and women. It means high-tech skills, cutting-edge equipment, and a pipeline of talent that feeds Michigan's advanced manufacturing, aerospace, and defense. It means showing the next generation that they can serve their country and build a career right here at home. So yeah, I'll fight for Selfridge, for our national security, for Michigan families.
What the heck is on her head?
I don't.
Hat?
It says Whitmer. It's her
no,
name.
the front of it. What is the blue thing?
It's the Air Base's battalion logo.
Oh,
command logo. Who cares? I'm just staring at. I think she's smoking, and it's really sad for me because she ruins it for me every time she talks. But here is a little ode to Gretchen Whitmer. I hope you enjoy this. This should be fun. Enjoy.
It didn't start off rough for every Republican when Donald Trump rode down the golden escalator. But let's be real. For most of you, especially Gretchen, it was instant revulsion. We remember. You looked at him like he was something scraped off the bottom of a Michigan snowplow. A little gaudy, a little loud, and a whole lot of not your type. But just like Bananarama and Tabasco sauce, after a while, it kind of grows on you. Let's not pretend. In the beginning, you loathed him. Full-blown political gag reflex. I mean, you delivered your own personal rebuttal after his State of the Union. And we watched, cautiously, impressed. An attractive Democrat who could actually speak a full sentence without screaming about late-term abortions or misgendering her own reflection.
Thanks, Tarla.
You even knew what a woman was. It was kind of confusing. For us, for a brief, flickering moment, you seemed like maybe the real deal. Well, then COVID hit. The mask came off, and we met the real Fraulein, Whitmer. Stern, smug, and suddenly obsessed with lockdowns like they were some sort of love language. You took to the airwaves like Cruella to a Dalmatian rescue. You trashed Trump every chance you got. Made sure to paint yourself as the anti-Trumper, the rational one, the controlled one.
He says that's because it will be back to the states where it belongs. What's your response?
That's just ludicrous. I think, this guy just doesn't understand what the average woman is confronting in her life in this country. And how could he? He's not lived a normal life, unlike Kamala Harris, who has worked hourly jobs, who knows how important it is that women have health care and access to the medical care that they need. And so he's just deranged.
But behind all of that righteous fury, something else was happening. Something you didn't expect. Something none of us did. A tale as old as time. A song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast. No, Trump doesn't fit the classic fairy tale mold. He's brash, loud, occasionally orange. But beneath the roar, Gretchen, you started to hear the music. You began to waver, to soften, to nod, just a little, especially at his tariff proposals.
I understand the motivation behind the tariffs. And I can tell you, here's where President Trump and I do agree. We do need to make more stuff in America. More cars and chips, more steel and ships.
You said ships
we do
twice.
need fair trade.
When the mob raised their pitchforks and screamed, "Kill the beast!" you paused. You hesitated. You didn't join the mob. You questioned them. And for a moment, just a fleeting moment, you saw something in him. Strength, decisiveness, leadership. Then came the Chinese carp, those annoying little fishies. And suddenly, your blue binders didn't have the answer. You were cornered and unsure. The townsfolk were restless. And Trump? He didn't gloat. He didn't mock. He handed you the microphone. He gave you the spotlight.
Has this gotten into any of the other lakes yet? Because you would think it would be pretty easy because they're all sort of connected. Governor?
It's why we're working so hard to make sure that, we work with the Army Corps and erect a barrier so that the Asian carp can't get into Lake Michigan. It'll devastate the ecosystem, the economy, tourism, and it's 20% of the world's fresh water is in the Great Lakes, Mr. President, which is why it's so important that as a nation we protect the pristine waters. Yep.
He pulled you into the ballroom and let you lead during the dance, because that's what the Beast does when he's trying to show you he's so much more than a monster. And finally, your wish, the F-15X jets at Selfridge Air Base, a Michigan dream. And who granted it? Not your own party, not Joe, what state am I in, Biden. No, it was the Beast. But this time, when he offered it, he wasn't the Beast anymore. The curse was breaking. As he held out the approval like a single glowing rose, you took it, slowly, carefully. And when your fingers touched his, the entire country saw it.
I hadn't planned to speak, but I'm on behalf of all the military men and women who serve our country and serve so honorably on behalf of the state of Michigan. I am really...
Then came the hug. Oh, a brief embrace, but to those of us watching, it was the dance. Trump, the towering figure, you and your signature blue. And somewhere in the background, it was as if Celine Dion herself was singing. And there we were, America, standing in the corner as Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Mrs. Potts watching the enchantment unfold. A moment frozen in time. Even the candlestick wept. And just like that, the Beast became the prince. He even let you stand beside him, gave you the moment, the dignity, the praise. Because Trump doesn't need to hoard the credit. He just wants to win. And when you win, he smiles too. That's the Trump we know. And now you know him too. So, happily ever after? Maybe not. But it shows us something for sure. Even the most polished wicked witch in the forest can stumble onto true love when she least expects it. We understand, Gretchen, we really, really do. We love him too. Folks, May 16th, 7 o'clock, Roseanne Barr, Laura Logan, Chris Tonto Peranto, live on the Don't Unfriend Me Show, a special 5-hour night. Be there, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you tonight at 7. Good night.
Well, that was my reply to Gretchen Whitmer. And I don't know if we have anything else to say other than that. Liv, did you want to add anything to that?
No, Kyle beat me to it because she said chips, then ships. So
I thought she
was
said
like,
chips and whips, and I was like, whew.
What is she talking about? Chips, like poker chips or food chips?
Processing chips. You know, the thing you overheated from closing the vent? Anyway, we'll be right back.
May 16th, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. One night only.
That was quick. It was so quick, so fast. Bam! Just
My poker joke was faster.
The Dumb Store is veteran-owned with a 5-star diamond rating for service and satisfaction. We offer quality products like coffee, shirts, hoodies, and hats, all made by veterans. Shop with confidence, backed by hundreds of 5-star reviews. Use code DUMB10 to save 10%. Visit thedumbshow.com today. Thank you for your support.
Chips and whips. Our lighting is spot on, by the way. We're doing great tonight. You look magical. I can't wait. I cannot wait for the new room. I really can't wait for the new. I'm so ready to get this done. I'm like, I want more room. I want more space. I want, yeah. And I know how to make all of this go away and do it real simple. But I've got it all planned in my head. I think we're going to do okay. Tonight on sports, kind of an interesting play. And then a woman who could not Kung-Fu her way out of a wet paper bag. Olivia's going to tell you all about it. She watched our son in karate more than I did. In fact, she watched him for almost 10 years do karate. Watch this play in baseball, though. It is pretty incredible. Watch Olivia's face on this. It's going to be like when I found out that she closed the vent.
Backspin that he seems to normally have. Here's a drive to deep center. Varsho back. Did he catch that ball? He caught that ball.
Holy cow.
I mean, Dalton, we know you want a gold glove, and we know you're good, but quit showing off, would you? He fell, and he caught that ball.
I mean, we said he makes highlight reel catches, but this is crazy. Yeah, you can smile after that one.
Where's Springer?
Seems to
Who cares?
Here's a drive to deep center.
Well, that's his position.
It's beautiful.
It
Kyle
is.
says you should definitely make a quick hey donate, and that's it for some in between ones. I don't know what that means. So help me understand, Kyle. Thanks. Next is Olivia. You know karate. We got to see our son do taekwondo for quite a while.
Yes.
Let me know what's wrong with this. Matt, who's my team in the MLB? Houston Astros.
Houston Astros.
Ready?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, this chick is annoying.
Power, baby. Axe kick board break to start off this creative breaking tournament routine. Up next is Isabella now with a headbutt board break. Yes. Good hit. Here in the breaking point, breaking championships. Going for a knee strike. Yes. Excellent technique and power so far. Representing Team Victory. Up next, a back leg roundhouse kick. 3 boards. Here we go. Yes. Having a great time here at the Southern Showdown. 6 boards. Double hammer fist. Here it goes. Good hit. Now coming up to break some concrete. We have 1 concrete slab going for a side kick concrete break. Here it goes. Measuring the distance and a little high. Gonna try again. Here it goes.
Listen, she's horrible, but his hold sucks.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know. This whole thing is a joke.
Yes. Excellent technique and power. Awesome performance. 1 final break.
Jesus.
Here goes 3 concrete slabs for the forearm break. Yes. Good hits. Power, baby.
Ooh. Apparently she can scream the boards to break.
Yeah, because
Holy
those hits,
cow.
there's about as much strength in those in those hits as that guy has a chance of having that kid that's in his belly who was holding the boards.
Why don't you show Ethan's kick where he almost hit his Master Joe in the face? Because that was impressive.
Well, the thing is that we've watched thousands of those board breaks, thousands of them. We've seen kids belt, and we would have to sit through all of them. And she didn't have enough power to break all of those. Those were either pre-cut or they're balsa. That is not, that's Steven Seagal type shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah. I mean, she did have good form on her kicks, but I don't foresee.
Good?
It was decent form.
Okay.
It was decent.
There was no power in her kicks, though.
No, it was decent. Got more power in her kicks.
Hey, Frank Parka never laughed so hard. It's kind of funny, wasn't it? It was pretty funny. $10.80. Thanks, folks. We are at 223.60. We're already way into our 9 o'clock hour and would love to try to hit this goal and crush it because trust me when I say this, it's been an interesting night. Everyone's seen the videos of E's strikes.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Thank you, Mama Judy.
He quit 2 years ago to start baseball because he'd been doing it for 8.5 years, and he's like, I need a break, and he has just not gone back. He's at his junior black belt, which is one belt lower than an adult black belt, and he just never went back.
And you know what? I don't know if he ever will, and he doesn't really need to because
it's up to him.
But here's just one of his last ones, which was a double kick. He did a full roundhouse kick and then a snap kick. I don't know what it is. It's flying dragon hidden teacup or some shit.
1, 2. Okay.
It ain't nothing, buddy. Take it out.
Okay. Say, I can do it. I can do it. Everybody say,
you can do it.
Go.
That a boy. Easy day. And if you look at Ethan, the one thing that was great about him for a white boy is that you can look at his vertical.
He has got a kick, man.
That kid, Master Cho got kicked by him once.
I thought he was going to break his fingers.
Yeah, Ethan can kick hard when he would get pissed. Ethan was exceptional.
Yeah, he was very good.
And he's been doing it since he was 2 years old. Yeah. But, you know.
And Mama Judy donated $2.56.
I called it out.
For Melanie. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I called it out. It's okay, though. We should always, call everyone out as often as we can. So Ethan, I put up a lot of his videos when he was, this is one of the fun ones because this was a pretty big kick.
Oh, his height on this one.
Light touch, go. Slow, okay? One more time. Step, turn, and kick. Got it? Okay, ready? Say, I can do it! I can do it! Ready? Don't forget yelling. Go!
I don't know if you guys heard that snap, but dude, that thing is like, if you watch the form 1, 2, and the go around.
Look how high he gets.
He's almost sideways. And look at this. Look at the snap.
I mean, look at his form. I mean, it's like perfect.
And the thing is that he's still in the air when he contacts. If you look at his foot, I'll move this. He's still in the air on contact. So listen to it again.
Got it? One more time. Step, turn, and kick. Got it? Okay, ready? Say, I can do it! I can do it! Ready? Don't forget yelling. Go!
Master Cho was awesome.
Yeah, but even his assistant's like, holy shit, because look at his face. Just
Master Kim.
Yeah, watch Master Kim's face. He's watching. Look at him. He's gritting his teeth. Oh, let's see if I can get a full screen on this. He's gritting his teeth. He's like, holy shnikes. Oh, God, good job, Godzilla. Oh, Yankee me, wanky, long duck dong.
They're from South Korea.
Whatever.
Got it? Okay, ready?
Sorry. Oh, I fucking hope Kim Jong-un don't kill us all.
Say, I can do it! I can do it! Ready? Don't forget yelling. Go!
Anyway, they were nice guys, and they charge way too much.
That's Taekwondo.
Yeah. So Ethan,
he started at 2.5.
yeah, 2.5 years old, and he was black belt, like this close.
Yep.
Adult black belt at 12.
No, he's not even 12 yet.
So, oh yeah, that's right. So God,
He'll be 12 in June.
I'm sorry. So,
it's been 2 years.
so
So
10.
9. It was almost
9.5 going on 10.
Yep.
Yeah, he was exceptional, and he just stopped doing it. And so anyway, that chick, my son kicks harder than her, so I'm not too impressed. Chuck Schumer.
Sorry.
What?
JD's comment. Ethan said, "Holy shit."
Yeah, Ethan said, "Holy shit, holy crow, holy crow." He wasn't a red. He was a.
It's a junior black belt, is what it was called. It was one belt.
He was above red. So yeah, he had his black stripe, and then he hit full red, and then he got junior black belt, whatever that was.
He should bring it in.
Yeah, but he was in Texas. Oh God, in Texas, he was the only person ever in Texas to reach black belt in Little Dragons ever. The only kid his age, because at 5 they switched to juniors, and he advanced so fast that he got Little Dragons black belt, first one ever in Texas. That is a huge accomplishment.
Yep.
But he didn't fuck around.
At 4. At 4, he was a junior black belt at 4 in Texas for the Little Dragons program.
First time ever in Texas. Yep. Never given one out before. And they made a huge production of it, and he got it. And then
his speech. It was so cute.
Yeah, and then he had to start over. And
but he was in class at 5. They put him at 5 with 7-year-olds, because 7-year-olds was the youngest in
remember
Young Tigers.
When he dropped that guy and punched him square in the face and just dropped a 7-year-old just at 5 and just.
Yep, I do remember when he dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Class.
Oh, he got his ass whooped. So, folks. Okay, go show him. Here you go.
You're a little dusty, dude.
Okay. So, I did Taekwondo a year ago in Virginia, and I quit because I wanted to do baseball and football. And this is the last belt that I had. I was a junior black belt level 1. I was 2 levels away from black belt. So I was like one of the top kids in my class. So it's this right here. And then this is the highest belt. This is the belt that I got in Texas. And it's the highest belt you could get. It's higher than black belt. And it has like, I don't know what that is.
It actually, they put an inscription on it for you.
I can still kick your ass.
I'm a child.
I'm a child. There's a chick on here that you could totally rock her, though. We were just watching. And she was horrible. By the way, Ethan has found his hair.
Ooh, yes.
And he is looking mighty handsome and grown up, and he's growing his hair out. And
look at that look.
He's such a stooge. God, you're a dork.
Oh.
That's what my hair will look like if I let this mop grow out. Is that he's got Olivia in my hair. Very handsome. Leave. Get out of here, dork. Get out.
Love you.
Leave. Or I hurt you. Yeah. All right. So anyway, Chuck 256. I'm loving all these donations. I'm
for Deborah. Deborah.
It's very nice. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah. I appreciate you.
Deborah.
If we're going to be here till like 2 a.m., so if we can get a big fatty, that would be nice, so we can get out of overtime and go relax. Chuck Schumer said Trump has the lowest 100-day approval rating since they started polling. 2 minutes later, he gets some bad news on a poll, and listen to what he says. Olivia, see if you can catch this. This hypocritical douche plow. He's not going to have a job much longer. You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Here it is.
Americans are noticing. The polls this week show Trump has the lowest 100-day approval rating since they started polling 80 years ago. The lowest. Even worse, 72% of Americans think it's likely that Trump's handling of the economy will walk us directly into a recession. People who hate what Trump is proposing. Yes.
There's a poll out today that has your approval rating lower than any other congressional leader at 17%. Are you concerned that you may be a liability for your party?
Polls come and go. Our party is united. We're on our front foot. We're stepping forward and going after Trump and having real success. Yes.
What? What?
You're not united.
That's not what the problem is. Did you? Okay, we're going to take away the video so you're not distracted. Listen.
Americans are noticing. The polls this week show Trump has the lowest 100-day approval rating since they started polling.
Okay, now, 2 minutes later, a reporter asks him and says, well, your poll numbers are 27% low or 17% lowest ever.
Congressional leader at 7 rating lower than any other congressional leader at 17%. Are you concerned that you may be a liability for your party?
Polls come and go. Our party is united. We're on our front foot.
I hate this plow. He's a douche plow. I mean, he is a twat waffle. He is a butt nugget of epic proportions.
Yes, he is.
Polls come and go. Amy Poehler never said that about food. Isn't that his niece or something? Isn't she the one from Saturday Night Live?
Amy Schumer.
Schumer, Pollard, whatever, same thing.
It's his niece.
Whatever, she's a piece of crap. Liv, I don't care about the English, but what's her name? The princess chick?
Kate?
Meghan Markle? Or
Meghan Markle.
Is that her name?
Yes.
Is that the one?
That she's married to Harry, yes.
Listen, this really frustrates me. First of all, I got to say this. People asked us to go ahead and apply to get on the Washington, D.C. press pass. Yeah, well, Tim Pool's there now. Benny Johnson was there. Don Lucree, the guy who was actually banned for posting child pedophilia videos, was there today. Jack Posobiec was there today. When do I get my invite? Guess we're never going to be there. Guess we're not big enough. I guess we're not important enough. But people ask, this is a dirty, dirty business. And they do whatever they can to make sure that you don't succeed. And it is what it is. You just got to keep being completely stubborn and refusing to take the L. And it's been hard. Trust me, there were some really crappy nights out there where we didn't think we were going to make it. But you guys have made a huge impact in our lives, and we continue to have a show that thrives and a channel that thrives. Justin Barclay had some good things to say about us today. Those type of things matter. We've got Roseanne Barr coming. We have Laura Logan. I can't remember anyone. Look at this. Look at this lineup we've got. Can anyone think of a show that's had a lineup like this where fans want to raise $20,000 for their show? No, I can't think of one. So you know what? Fuck them if they can't take a joke. Here is 2110 from Uncle I'm Always Late Stumpy. 2110, that's closer. We're getting there. We're $50 shy.
I had to give him some shit. He's been late like every day for the last month. And I've been giving him crap, so I had to give him some crap.
Carrie says, thank you. Douche plows are male and douche bags are female. No, it cross-pollinates. It doesn't discriminate based on gender.
Or am I assuming genders?
Yeah, you're assuming genders. If you don't ask, it's always a no. We would support you. Oh, well, that's true. I mean, of course, I could make a quote that you miss 1,000 shots you don't take. Is that what it is?
You miss 100 shots that you don't take. I don't know.
I just said 1,000. You just missed 1,000 shots that you don't take. Whatever. That was Michael Jordan. And I said it was Wayne Gretzky. And it was Jordan.
It was Jordan.
Here it is. Watch this. Enjoy this. Because these podcasts, how do people listen to this shit? I don't understand it. Like, I think we're entertaining. I think we're fun. I think you build a relationship.
Yeah, because you get jokes like the parka.
Okay, no, that's not. No, Liv. No, Liv. No. The parka joke was bad.
It was awesome.
It was
so quick.
You got fleeced. It was bad. Right.
Oh.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Goodness.
So beautiful. Oh, I don't know. I wasn't expecting that one.
Oh my God. I literally want to jump off of a cliff listening to this stupid women.
Yeah, they're just it's just so great. This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on.
Put on some makeup.
Thank you. We spend so much of our life trying to prove something, to prove that you're enough. You have to prove that you're pretty enough. You have to prove that you're smart enough. You prove that you're a good wife or a good friend. And I was like, I am just so done with the prove it game. And if you can't see it, I don't need to prove to you.
3 names: Jamie, Kern, Lima. Your high school sweetheart is not going to try to find you. Give it up. Take your husband's name and drop the hyphen. Seriously, it's so annoying. The only reason you have it is so your high school boyfriend can find you on Facebook. We all know the reason. Sick of this.
Why that's your loss. Because I know that I'm a great friend. And I know the kind of mom I am. And I know the kind of human being I am.
Humble, too.
And I know how I show up. And I love being able to be that person with the people that I love. So, worthiness, maybe part of worthiness comes when you stop having to feel like you're in the prove it game.
Hallelujah.
Oh my God, that's so Hallmark.
I'm going to go eat an apple pie now.
Oh my God, can someone please give me a donut?
I need a Twinkie.
God, Snickers, stat. Oh my God, I need a milkshake right fucking now.
I am getting emotional right now. Getting out of the prove it game, feels like joy, tastes like freedom.
Why do you listen to this shit? How the fuck can you listen to this stuff? Do you know what this is doing to your brain? You need some good old-fashioned Sherpa and parka jokes. This just rots your brain. This is such bullshit. Nobody cares. You know what people say? Put on some makeup. I don't... And then the other girl, there's no amount of makeup that's going to help cover up what you're trying to hide. You need to prove it. You should be proving it every single day. We're going to talk about why.
Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, in her first ever podcast.
Joey Lorraine Adams just put on a shit ton of weight.
Exactly.
Put on a shit ton of weight.
Interview.
It's happening.
Oh my God, you're wearing pajamas. What's going on?
It's happening.
Cozies? Is that what you call? We called that scissoring, but whatever.
I was like, oh, the roses are coming back in.
They're coming back in.
Yes.
Oh my God, the roses. No way. It's like spring. Totally took my system for a shock.
They're coming back
Spring
in.
has sprung.
I'm so grateful you're here. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
Hi, crew.
You made me cry. Good thing I have no makeup on.
You look so pretty.
Oh my God. How many times?
Maybe we can get Meghan Markle on our big show on May 16th.
How many times are they going to be celebrate that they're not wearing makeup? Oh my God. It's I haven't douched in 3 years.
Carrie said, is the Prove It game the sequel to the No Sex game?
It's
perfect.
I wish they would do the Hunger Games. I literally said Katniss would come out and strike them both in their freaking hearts with arrows. This is just stupid. This is the worst lesbian porn I've ever seen.
I have not done a show in no makeup since my 1,000.
Oh my God, enough. You're not a hero for not wearing makeup. You look like a hood rat. You both look homeless like you just got out of a shelter at the YMCA. It's pathetic.
In QVC shows.
Do you think I have? What are you talking about?
Bitch, you're wearing makeup. No, you know what? Look at this. Minus.
Yeah, she's wearing makeup.
You're wearing makeup. You are so full of shit. You're wearing the glowy white stuff. You've got blush on. You've got lip gloss on. There's toner around your nose. Your eyebrows are painted. Lady, you're not wearing makeup, and you're not fat too. Sorry, I'm just going to pull out all the stops. I'm not going to be nice anymore. You're also a size 4. Look at you. Girl. Ugh. As if... Seriously, it's been so long since I've worn makeup. It's been at least since 9:30 o'clock.
Do you think I have? What are you talking about?
Nobody knows because you're both fucking stupid.
You look exactly the same though. These are some of the hot questions.
You don't look exactly the same. Meghan Markle looks like she had an almond for lunch, and it looks like you literally ate all the people who picked the almonds for lunch.
Questions that everyone wants
And yes, that was an illegal immigrant joke.
to know.
Oh.
Talk about your name. Do you use Markle anymore? What's your morning routine look like? Would you ever write another book?
People are often curious if I'm going to write a memoir.
Would you ever run for office?
First, I'm trying to figure out how to spell it. And I think it's MEMROAR. Memroar.
I don't think anyone would ever trust her to run for office considering she was a royal and she ran from her duties as a royal.
What duties? Like literally sitting there and like pissing on peasants and not
Whatever.
wearing makeup and eating bonbons?
You give us
Whatever.
one hint on something exciting coming up for Azza.
Dude, doesn't she look like Grey's Anatomy chick who basically just had a binger at Burger King?
Yeah.
She doesn't
does.
she? She even
Little
talks
bit.
like her too. Like, oh my God. I'm like feeling it. Like my spirit is just flubbering.
I've had your jam in my refrigerator all year.
That's gross.
What? Your what?
Her jam in her
Is
refrigerator.
that code for something?
Is that like put the lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again type shit? I mean, you went through her garbage cans. Oh, baby, I've got your jam in my fridge. Sounds like code to me.
No one knows. No one's seen it. I have not posted it. In this incredible conversation,
Incredible. Like for people who are like 5.
Megan shares stories and insights for the first time ever.
It's not about the grandeur of a gesture. It's about I see you.
I see you. I see you without makeup. I see you. Olivia,
Yes.
can we talk like this more? Will we get more viewers?
You're going to scare them off.
Watch us. See me, Propecia.
I'm nurturing you and I see you so deeply and I love being.
Okay, they're gonna scissor. Like they're gonna dyke out
Nurturing you?
any vitamin D. Get the batteries. Get the LED flashlight. Here we go. It's gonna happen without makeup.
able to see your
Instead of 2 chicks in a cup, it's 2 chicks without a thought.
growth. That man loves me so much. And, you know, look what we built. We built a beautiful life and we have 2 healthy, beautiful children. That's my husband. He's just out there just constant, like he's just going to
He fucked kids. Don't want to ruin it for you. Just thought I'd let you know.
He did?
do whatever
don't
he
know
can
anything.
to make sure that our family is safe and protected and we're uplifted and
Allegedly.
still make time for date nights.
Are you in love now more than ever?
So I feel like it's more of a honeymoon period for us now. He's also a fox. If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome.
Ugh.
But his
He's a ginger. That's gross.
heart is even more beautiful.
Even gingers don't.
He's aging better than William. William used to be the hot one. I think every girl my age had a crush on William. Because he's only 2 years younger than me. I had a huge crush on him.
Olivia, you're ruining this for me.
But-
Why are you telling me this stupid
He's
shit?
starting to look like his dad.
I don't care.
He's not that great
I
looking
don't care.
now. I could make...
Can I say something?
Yes, dear.
2 gingers have never copulated and got. Can you name 2 ginger couple? Even gingers don't like other gingers.
I know a lot of redheads, but I don't know. If
Do you know any redhead couples? No, because they don't exist. Because you want to know what happens when you mix red and red?
More red?
Yes. And nobody wants that. Even redheads don't want that. They're ashamed of their own gingerness. They don't even eat at Asian places because of the ginger in the food. Gingers hate ginger.
Beautiful.
I have a letter from your husband and your kids. No one's ever seen this before.
Of all things, it's making me emotional.
I have full body.
Thank God you don't have any makeup on. Otherwise, you'd be running.
You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for
What?
them to get on the carpet and sit on the floor together.
Oh,
and
like
hold
the Drew
hands.
Barrymore? Like, oh my God, can we sit and cuddle? Oh my God, let me touch you. I want to smell you.
There we go. Yeah, she's the blonde like Drew Barrymore, and then Megan can be Dylan Mulvaney.
Oh my God, can we take off our shoes and like play footsie? Oh my God, it's so special. This is just bonding. Forgiveness is having to say you're sorry.
It's more than saying sorry. It's more than saying sorry. Get it right.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
Can anyone name the movie?
Shh. I love you, Starla.
No. Darla.
I know. Your name is Clark and Darla.
Him to be able to look back and go,
But she says,
He skis in his jeans.
She says Starlight. What she says.
oh my gosh, she has loved us so much.
Oh my God. Do you notice how like delusional this chick is? She has nothing bad to say about herself at all. It's just all like, I am so
perfect.
kind, and oh my God, like I look so fucking good right now. I know. Oh, you loser. Give me my crown.
Yep. I've never even heard of this chick.
Nobody.
Who is she?
She's probably a fucking millionaire, and she
Probably.
like I don't understand how this show gets any time. But there's people out there. Oh, stump. See, I got my hopes up, and then they were crushed. 249.82. I feel like a bird in Alaska, literally, and look chirping at the sun. Just chirp, go down. What is wrong with this sun? Chirp. Set. Oh, chirp. That's the way I feel right now. Thanks a lot. If you would have had the vent open, we would have hit goal by now. We could be watching hockey, but no, you had to make it hard, Liv.
It's not our team that's playing tonight.
Literally. Donald Trump. Holy crap. There's not much further ado. I just got to show you literally him crushing this ABC News reporter. This was awesome cringe. Now this is, oh, Michelle says you can't take it anymore. Careful. I've got the full episode. I'll drop it on you. Here is Donald Trump crushing ABC. 3 clips, and it's all beautiful. It's just rapid fire. Merry Christmas.
One question about Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. There's a lot of turmoil at the Pentagon right now. There's the signal chat with his wife on it where he's discussing that attack in Yemen. There's another signal chat discussing the attack on Yemen. There's a reporter accidentally involved. You said the other day that you had a talk with the secretary. Did you take him to the woodshed?
I had a talk with him, and whatever I said, I probably wouldn't be inclined to tell you. But we had a good talk. He's a talented guy. He's young. He's smart, highly educated. And I think he's going to be a very good hopefully a great defense secretary, but he'll be a very good defense secretary.
You have 100% confidence in
I
Pete
don't have
Hegseth?
100% confidence in anything.
Not
Okay,
a boy.
anything. Do I have 100%? It's a stupid question. Look,
it's a pretty important position.
No. You don't have 100%. Only a liar would say I have 100% confidence. I don't have 100% confidence that we're going to finish this interview.
We will.
If you think that's bad, because he hits him again, and it's gorgeous.
Don't
You
forget,
think he wants
this
peace?
is a-
You think Vladimir Putin wants peace?
I think he does, yes. I think he
Still.
does. I think
Even
because
with the
of
raining
me,
missiles
I
on?
think he really his dream was to take over the whole country. I think because of me, he's not going to do that.
Do you trust
I
him?
think-
Do you trust him?
I don't trust you. I don't trust a lot of people. I don't trust you. Look at you. You come in all shooting for bear. You're so happy to do the interview.
I am
And then
happy.
you start hitting me with fake questions. You start telling me that a guy whose hand is covered
All
with
right,
a
we're back to
tattoo doesn't have the tattoo. You know.
all right.
I mean, you're being dishonest.
No,
But-
I'm not.
but Let me
No, I
just
am
tell
not,
you,
sir.
I trust? I don't trust a lot of people, but I do think this. I think that let's say he respects me. And I believe because of me, he's not going to take over the whole. But his decision, his choice would be to take over all of Ukraine. Okay. It's a war that never should have happened. The fighting. Don't forget.
This interview was so freaking cringe. I'm just like, hey, where's the chick from 60 Minutes? Here is the last portion of this. And
Murderers,
go from there.
criminals in this country. We have to get them out, and we're doing it. By law. And you'll pick out one man, but even the man that you picked out, he said he wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute
Well,
over that.
Wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattooed.
Oh, he had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not
Don't
have the
do that.
letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was photoshopped. So let me
That was Photoshop, Terry. You can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. But I picked you, Terry. Hey, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to this.
that would be the worst moment of my life. And you know what? Your only way for retribution is to go, wait a second, you never heard of me? Because if you let that lay there, and it'll be there for perpetuity, you will always be known as the guy that said, Trump has no idea who you are. How did you get in the room? I'd be like, wait. That you're hurting feelings here, pal. What do you mean you've never heard of me? And that's what I would have said. I would have been like, well, I never watched The Apprentice. How about that? Trump has a sense of humor. And if you're a dick, he's going to take you to the woodshed. And that's the interesting thing, is that I wish he would have circled back and pulled a Jen Psaki and said, you know what? I didn't take Pete Hegseth to the woodshed like I just took you to the woodshed. That would have been, it would have been the piece de la resistance.
I want to move on to something else. Terry, do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture.
And you think it was Photoshop? Well,
here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine.
Why are you talking?
I want to get to Ukraine.
No. He had MS as clear as you can be, not interpreted. This is why people no longer believe the news, because
when
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just go on. They aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
They weren't there, but they're there now, right?
No,
but they're there
in
now.
your picture.
Terry.
Ukraine, sir.
He's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
All right.
Okay?
We'll take a look at that.
You do such a disservice.
We'll take a look at that,
Why don't you just say, yes, he does, and, go on to something else?
I would love to interview Donald Trump, and I'll tell you why.
Is that a radical left?
It wouldn't even remotely be like that. Because why doesn't anyone ask him some questions that have nothing to do with trying to set him up? Like, how does it feel to be the most recognized man in the world and to constantly know that no matter what you do, people will always find something wrong on both sides? What type of pressure does that put on? Because I would love to know, because this man has been in an insane amount of pressure from convictions, from the 97 indictments are felonies, and the indictments after indictment, to being sued, to being divorced, from going through and getting the money that he got from being investigation, from wiretaps, everything else. I want to know, he doesn't seem to buckle under the pressure, but when the demons come, what do they say? Like, I want somebody to do an actual autobiography on Trump and uncover the things that nobody knows about him. I just would never waste my time with political nonsense. I would want to do a biopic like Walter Isaacson did with Steve Jobs, which was just amazing.
Like, ask about the man, not his career.
Yes, I don't give a fuck about his policy. I don't care about. I want to know. I want to know about his kids. I want to know about what he did to have such a successful family. What did he do differently than his father? What were the things that he implemented with his kids that may have been seen as controversial at the time or unconventional? I want to know just the things that people should know about him, because this is the thing. Reagan had that done. Clinton had that done. Obama had that done. Biden, everybody has dug into them, even their favorite fucking ice cream with Biden. Nobody talks to him about anything about him. What is your favorite suit? Why do you wear the different colored ties?
What's your favorite menu item from McDonald's?
No, I would not ask. Yes, I would ask that question. No, seriously, it's like, dude, you've lost a ton of weight. You look great. Is it RFK? Is it that you're starting to become health conscious? Is it that, what is it and why? And does it matter to you? And do you give a shit? Because even when people question your physicality, my uncle was the same way. He looked overweight, but he was strong as an ox. That guy could go and do anything physically, and so can Trump. I mean, look at his golf game. I just want to know about him. I want to ask him questions that nobody bothers to ask him, and he deserves a good interview. Even back in the 80s, Oprah, it's all about politics and his money. I don't give a shit about any of that. How do your bankruptcies make you a better businessman? And who cares? I want to know what makes him tick. I want to know what his favorite author is. I want to know what music he sits down to and what he listens to when he ever just needs to unplug. Or does he? These are questions that I'm interested in. And I don't think anyone has the balls to sit there and ask, because like, those are softballs. No, they're not. No, they're not softballs. Even Joe Rogan dropped the ball on some of that stuff. Because I think it's owed to him, either during this presidency or after, that somebody does a biopic on him that is actually worthy of the man's time. Because how can you say you hate a man when you don't know anything about him except what he shows you? There is so much more to him, because I've seen those sides. I was 300 feet away, but I got to see the way he treated a good friend of mine in a wheelchair who was an African American. I got to see physically and financially what he did for us when it came to taxes on my severance. And I have heard the stories from people who ran security, people in the Secret Service, people who worked for him on Air Force One and were pilots, of his exceptionalism and how down to earth he is and how he remembers their names and remembers their families. These are the stories that deserve to be told. And this guy's a shill. Everyone's done that interview. Do something different. As much as I don't like what she became on The View, I miss Barbara Walters, because she was able to get to the human side of people even when they weren't human. Just remember that Mike Tyson, Robin Givens interview and how exceptional that was. And when she sat down with Clinton, Bill, and Hillary, Barbara Walters was a person who could disarm.
That was the interview I started hating Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, well, of course you should. But that's all I'm saying. Anyway, this is just a funny one. Before we go, we can't not miss gold. I mean, thank God. Bobby, $1 for each fan on Facebook. Thank you, Bobby. We have 155 people watching right now. Facebook is one of our lowest channels. Can you believe this? I hate you.
Or what they say.
I hate you, Facebook. I hate you. I don't hate the people on it. Twitter's got 62 people on here. We've got 20 on YouTube. We've got a shite ton on Rumble and 65 on Facebook. Here is one more.
You know, he was in North Carolina. He did so great. What's the problem over there? What's the problem? Is that a radical left lunatic? He's just a child. All right, get him out. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am. I thought it was a guy. Thank you. And she now has to go home to a mother who's a big Trump fan. Her mother's watching. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said he, and it's a she. I'm sorry. You know, he was...
I mean, seriously, how can people not love this guy? Liv?
I think it's freaking hilarious.
All right. I want you to picture somebody's face. And I want you to think of the PetSmart Karen and what she looks like. Just the everyday, I want to talk to your manager.
Okay.
Everybody every day. And I want you to think about this girl who's probably like 20 years old in Harvard. You can see her being 210 pounds, gray hair, wrinkles, same glasses, in a suit dress, being unhappy, because you can just see it. You can see these people now. And if you look at her, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you hear her. And then we're done for the night. We'll do our final minutes. But here is the video. I've been trying to get to this for a couple days.
So I'm scrolling the dating apps earlier, and for the first 20 swipes, it's conservative, moderate, apolitical, nothing, conservative, moderate. And to me, conservative, moderate, and apolitical, and nothing is all the same thing. You all are MAGA. So immediately, no. Took me 20 swipes to finally find a liberal. I'm like, gee, what the fuck is going on? Why is everybody MAGA? It's not that everybody's MAGA. It's that, the male loneliness epidemic. It's because nobody wants to date them. They don't make good partners. That's why there's so many single ones out there.
I would play your vagina like a violin, lady. Not really. She's not my type. She's just bitter.
She has got a very small face.
It's like Katy.
It's too small for that hair.
It's like Katy Perry went to space and came back younger.
Yeah, it's way too small for that hair.
Yeah. Those glasses are just like that. Listen, I think MAGA people make great partners. They can protect you. They provide.
They believe in the Second Amendment, so they have guns.
They're alpha. They have extremely strong features and can grow beards. They don't literally take a bath in soy. They're not beta. They're not effeminate. We don't cry in public. We just go to work. We love family. We love our kids. We love our pets. We believe the white picket fence isn't a bad thing. I don't know, man. I think MAGA is not too bad. Here's the rest.
All the liberals are taken, not all of them. Obviously, there's some out there. But, like, I'd rather have no dates than ever date a MAGA ever fucking again.
Your terms are acceptable, and we are okay with them. That sounds good. Be alone forever.
So is the Republican Party forever changed to the MAGA Party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's never going to go back. Yeah. Even if President Trump's presidency is an abysmal failure, the days of the neoconservatives are over.
So it's now the MAGA Party and the Democrat.
No, I mean, it is the Republican Party, but it's not as conservative as it once was. The days of fiscal conservatism and socially conservative are over. And it has to be. It's like going with the Old Testament. You just can't do it in today's society. You have to have the new and improved God, nicer, more understanding. The new and improved Catholic Church where, God's cool if you're gay. It's okay. You can be gay. You cheated on your wife? That's fine. You want to have an abortion? Did you have 3? No, all right, then. Come on in here. Here, count some rosary and you'll be good. Say some Holy Mary, Mother of whatever's, and everything's better now. Divorce? You win some, you lose some. So as religion had to modernize, and it has more than once, it's not just, the 60s or LGBTQ receiving more rights and recognition for who they are, or Jim Crow, or slaughtering Saxons and throwing them into pits with lions. But religion has modernized, and it always does because the societal norms change, and religion becomes outdated because it's written some time ago. Well, the Republican Party and the Conservative Party has to do the same thing. And what they, in postmodernistic times, some of the things that conservatives truly believe were a little outdated, like traditional marriage. You're opening it up to a 80-20 topic where if Republicans don't adapt, they die. Abortion, they adapted during this election. 2020, they lost their ass. 2022, they lost their ass. And midterms got crushed because of abortion, and Trump had to pivot. He had a choice, Nikki Haley or pivot, and he made the right choice by going and pivoting. I never said Nikki Haley should be president. I said that she was going to be his choice for vice president and the last remaining choice along with Ron DeSantis, and that's what happened. He pivoted. He went and broke away from Nikki Haley and realized he could win without her if he just simply shifted on abortion, which he did, and he won. But the day of the Republican Party the way it used to be is over. The old GOP, the grand old party, the neoconservatives, they're done. Is that it? John Malign is M-A-L-I-G-N, M-O-L-I-N-E, like Modine, so I'll say Moline. John Moline. Good at this. Holy shit, the violin comment was hilarious, brother. Keep doing what you do for us, all of us. You got it, buddy. Liv?
Yes.
You got your minute, sweetie.
All right.
I think we're done.
James Cody, we got his donation.
Yes, James. Thank you, buddy.
So the remainder was, I added it up, 118. So add that to tonight's total.
Thank you, James.
So we appreciate it. I'm going to add that in real
you
quick.
should add that. That means a great deal. If my math is correctly, that's going to put us at $130.51 $131.51 more. So $430.51. That is a wonderful night.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Amy says, I wonder if Republicans will actually get more votes in the future because some just hate Trump and voted with that mindset. I will be honest with you. The Never Trumpers, they just stayed home. We saw a 5 million flat increase, but that's not the way it worked. You saw that Joe Biden won by 9 million votes in the popular vote. 7 million. Donald Trump won by 2 million. Well, that's a 9 million vote swing. That is a world-class ass kicking. So anyone that says, well, Kamala Harris was so close, it was 2 million votes. No, you lost 9 million votes. And the Republican Party increased their vote totals by 5 million. 5 million people jumped from the Democratic Party and went over to the GOP. That means that your candidate sucked balls. Literally.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. With both knees.
With her knee pads
multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And twice on Sunday. So we've already saw that, Amy. So that's the good news. The bad news is that this is going to hurt for a while. And Donald Trump is going to have to show a little bit of, like, I don't like the fact that he's doing the, things are good, prices are down. No, they're not. It still sucks out there. And he should be acknowledging that. That's what Joe Biden did, and it lost him the election. So he's going to have to pivot here soon. If shelves start emptying, he's going to have to do what he did with COVID and acknowledge it. That's why his approval rating was like 67% for COVID, 71% at its highest. Is because he acknowledged there was a problem. He acknowledged it was going to be hard. Then all of a sudden something changed. It turned into a Democrat-Republican topic. He cannot allow that to happen. He cannot allow the Democrats to hold this hostage. He must continue to be the forefront and forebearer of the economy. The only way he can do that is by being honest with the American people and not pretending that it's perfect, because it's not. Is it better under Biden? Slightly. Do Americans have a better hope for the future than they had in the last 10 years? Yes. Only under Donald Trump. But if you take the 8 years of Obama and 4 years of Biden, it was one of the lowest of as far as is America on the right track. They may not be happy with Donald Trump right now because of the pain they're feeling, but they do believe he's doing the right things, and they're happier with him than they were with Biden. That is what they're not telling you in the polls. All right, Liv, who are we with tomorrow night?
You and Leroy tomorrow night.
Leroy and I tomorrow night. We can't wait to see you.
Yes.
And thanks for everything.
And your parka.
And my parka. Avs are playing tomorrow night. They're off tonight. I'm going to go relax. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. Remember, on the 16th, we have the Don't Unfriend Me show, May, at 6 o'clock. We are going to have an all-star lineup. Roseanne Barr, Chris Tonto-Peranto, Lara Logan, T.S. Dixon, Damani Felder. It is going to be a huge show, and we're doing the race to $20,000. Do yourself a favor. Please be there. Get yourself on that show. It's going to be a massive show. We cannot wait to see you there. We are excited.
And tomorrow's May Day, so go plant a flower. Supposed to plant a flower on May Day.
May Day, May Day, May Day.
Yep.
What is that?
May Day.
It's the French New Year.
First of May. It's just called May Day.
But what does May Day mean?
I don't know.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't disrespect
just know you're
it.
Supposed to go plant a flower.
Or crash a plane. May Day, May Day.
Don't call me Shirley. Shirley.
Just want to know we're all counting on you. Good luck.
Don't start that white zone shit again with me, Betty.
This is because I got an abortion, isn't it? The red zone is for loading and unloading. What are you not telling us, lady? And we're out of coffee. Between your own legs, Father. Okay. All right. We're out of here. Good night, everybody. God bless. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me show. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Night, y'all.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show.
We want you to have this flower from the Church of Scientology.
Direct.
Looks like I quit one hell of a week to quit sniffing glue.
Disagree. Just don't unfriend me.